Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, having an episode, it's Stephen Mangan. America's Funniest, it's Hannibal Buress. And their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them, stand-up Canadian, it's Katherine Ryan. From The Voice, he's utterly buttery. It's Sam Buttery. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, and your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 20% of people say doing nothing is their perfect weekend? We've all got our perfect weekend. I'd love to lie in bed all day on a Saturday, preferably Molly or Frankie. 1 in 3 iPad owners use it on the toilet. Of course, they're fully backed up, so plenty of time to use their iPad. And 26% of British couples enjoy role play. My girlfriend loves role play. Her favourite is when she plays the role of a middle-aged woman with a headache. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Sean's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Hannibal's just come over from America.
Yeah.
What sort of things do you think we've been talking about?
They've been talking about the Olympics, football or soccer, and your all types of stuff. Yeah. All types of stuff is happening. It's a busy place.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's exciting, isn't it? It's an exciting place.
Not really for me, but I could, like, if you're excited, I'm happy for you.
Well, I'm just wondering. But it might be the travel chaos at Heathrow. I don't see why people are complaining so much. You know, they're queuing for 3 hours to get into Britain. People queue for 4 hours to do a ride at a theme park. This is a whole country you're getting into. I mean, imagine what a ride that is. Within 20 minutes of Heathrow, you're in Hammersmith. Woo! Did you have any trouble getting through Heathrow?
Yeah, it took about an hour, and that was the fast track lane, because I travel well. And,
Sure.
And it took a while, and I wasn't happy about it, but I listened to some podcasts and some music, and I judged people. You get to judge people, and the line keeps going around, so you get to judge people 6 times. You find different stuff to judge about them. Like, I didn't even know I hated that about you. You got so many layers.
I wonder whether this chaos has been caused by those they've got those new X-ray machines now. They're like body scanners, aren't they? They're basically, they can sort of see what you look like naked. And I wonder if that's holding things up. Should we send another one through, Bob? Give me a minute.
Could be. You can tell you're an actor. You can really tell that trained. Because I'd have just done it wouldn't have been convincing at all, but I felt like I was in your bedroom then. I was in a queue at Heathrow, and I think part of the problem is that the passport, the immigration officials, this guy had glasses on. And he needed 2 pairs of glasses, so he'd get your passport and he'd go like that. I'll put the reading glasses on like that. Look at that. And then to look at you, he'd go, hang on a sec, and he'd take them off. And he'd go, and a quick check again like that. And he'd go, purpose of visit, hang on a sec, like that. And he was there for about 5 minutes. Just a pair of bifocals. I'd have sailed through.
Well, that's not one of the most talked about things this week, but there's been travel chaos at Heathrow. Because of the queues, terrorists are being urged to delay the timers on their bombs by an extra 3 hours. John's team, what else do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Well, I guess the reason that the gentleman to my right is here. I mean, you should still be on The Voice. I think we all know this.
Oh, thank you.
It must have been terrifying.
It was terrifying. Absolutely bloody terrifying.
It's Tom Jones, isn't he?
I know. He's scary. But I can't really remember anything. Just all a bit scary. And then I got kicked out, really. It's the cycle of it.
There was an old man, it was a bit scary, and then
Yeah.
you got kicked out. You cried, though, at the end, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That makes for great television
Oh,
when
wow,
someone
I know.
cries.
The drama there.
We're hoping to recreate it this evening.
Oh,
See
yeah?
how we do.
I felt sorry for you when you got voted off, because for me, it wasn't your fault, because music officially died at the launch of that show when the 4 judges performed Beautiful Day by U2.
I think what you've got to remember, Sam, fame is a bit like a snowman. And by coming on this show, it means your carrots dropped off. And it started to rain. One of your arms has just slipped down. You've still got the scarf and the little bits of coal in your eyes. So...
Oh, Sam, you are not the voice. That's okay. You are the moves, you are the quiff, you are the fashion. You can come on the ass. That's a show I'm developing. No. It's a new show I'm developing, The Ass.
The Ass.
And the judges are Kim Kardashian and J-Lo and Nicki Minaj and Beyonce. And they look at an ass. And then based on that ass, they decide whether they want to hear your talent. And if you don't have one, you're on Kim Kardashian's team. And you can come on the ass. Don't worry, I'll write you in.
It's perfect.
Might be time for another one of your mimes.
You're better off out of it, because I think since they've got rid of the turning chairs, the show's kind of... it's crap, really. It's pointless without the spinning chairs, isn't it?
It was good with the spinning chairs.
Yeah. They should go up and down, whether they like you or not. Like, if Tom likes you, he goes, I think you're bloody great, you are, like that. He goes...
Yeah, but I think if Tom's chair goes up, he's going to think he's going to bed.
Yeah.
Should we have a look and see whether The Voice is one of the most talked about things this week? Yes, indeed. The Voice aims to take total nobodies and make them household names, like Danny from The Script. If you're honest, did you know who Danny was?
Yes, I did.
What's your favourite Script song?
There's so many to choose from.
What's your favourite Script song?
It's so hard, isn't it, to choose your favourite Script song? I mean... oh, there's that one... Joke, joke, show us your cock and I'll give you the Or there's... I'll be up your flu in a minute or two and the news just made it. There's a hole in the front. That one.
Are they even Scottish?
Oh, God, there's so bloody many of them. Just anthems, really. You can just chart your whole life growing up to a Script
Which
song.
other ones? I mean, those are two good ones. Which other?
There's... I'll be up your pipe on a Saturday night. And you're doing a sensation! All those bloody classics. Script.
Not even Scottish. Doesn't make any sense at all. OK, Sean's team. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
Oh, Roy Hodgson has become the England manager.
Oh, yeah. Huge news.
I think he's a terrible choice. I mean, you look at him. Since he's been manager, we haven't won a single game.
What do you think of Roy Hodgson, Stephen?
I think we've got to give him a chance. I mean, it's typical in this country, isn't it? You know, he speaks 5 languages fluently. He's won 8 major trophies. He's representing this country, and The Sun, because he can't say his R's properly, the headline is, Bwing on the Euros. We'll see you in Ukraine against France. I hope the dick that wrote that gets wed war hemorrhoids.
The reason I don't like him
Yeah.
is, if you notice, he hasn't got any shoulders. He looks like an owl. His shoulders, he's there, he just goes down like that. And he's not going to sit in the technical area at the side of the pitch. He's going to be in a nest on the stadium. Watching the game like that. And every now and again swoop down and get a mouse.
Your problem with him is he's an owl.
He does. You've got a picture of him. Look, there he is, look. He doesn't, he goes like this. When he talks, he goes like this. And occasionally he just goes... We've got an owl as a manager.
John, what do you make of this guy?
I'd rather him than Harry Redknapp, to be honest.
What?
I really like the image that said, oh, Harry was just sat waiting by his phone. That made me laugh. I tell you, he wasn't. I bet his phone was ringing, because if I was Harry Redknapp's mate, I would have just been doing withheld number calls all day. Hello, Harry, it's the FA here. Sweet FA, see you later, tosser.
Catherine, could you care who the England manager is? Do you care at all?
Yeah, I always care about everything and everyone.
Everything?
Yep, everything. I'm upset that you're not happy here in England. I will take that home with me tonight. Not you, but that sadness.
What are you going to
You've
do
always
with
got
that
cum on
sadness?
your ass, so...
No, the show is called The Ass.
Oh, see, sorry.
It's just the ass, and you can come on the ass, and you can come on the ass. No, I can't guarantee you'll get in, but you can... You can
OK, let's have a look and see whether Roy Hodgson, England manager, is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, indeed. Roy Hodgson is the new England manager. Hodgson is multilingual. He knows the English, Norwegian, Swedish, Japanese and Finnish for the phrase, "I'm sorry, we just lost 2-0 to the Ukraine." Johnstein, what else do you think is in our top 3?
It's the election time. It's gripped the nation.
So this is the London mayoral election that took place yesterday. At the time of recording, we don't know the result.
I went to vote and I didn't see a single human being from the minute I went in to the minute I left. I genuinely think I might have won the election with my...
Boris is going to win.
Is he?
Yeah, he will. I mean, I didn't vote for him, but he will win.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather not have him as mayor, but...
Well, you didn't run, Sean?
No. Well, a lot of my policies were quite tricky. I had quite a sort of mixed manifesto, really.
What were your policies again? I forget.
I wanted snipers on all the roofs of all the tall buildings. You know those people who stop, pedestrian high street just to look at their phone? And they sort of clog it up. I just wanted them taken out straight away. Snack squad.
You know, I think they're doing good already because I went to drop my daughter off at school yesterday. I'm a mom. I'm a typical British mom, a young, uneducated immigrant. And I went to drop her off at school, and the nursery was closed for polling. And I think it's great. The mayor's creating jobs already because I had to pay a homeless guy to watch her.
Just watch her.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm pretty sure he's her dad.
So, what would you go for, Ken or Boris?
I probably wouldn't vote for either of them. Just go for Jenny Jones, who was actually contestant on The Voice. So that's why I'd go for her.
Was she a contestant on The Voice?
Yes.
What, the mayoral candidates?
No. Someone called Jenny Jones.
We were all sucking into that. We all went, was she? No.
Actually...
Katherine, who do you want to win?
Oh, I did a lot of research, and I started following the candidates on Twitter. And I liked Ken for a while, because on Twitter, when he tweets, he begins with the letter K, so you know it's coming from him and not his team. So when I was reading his stuff, it would be like, K, I'll be in charge of crime and policy in London. K, happy St. George's Day. And that's exactly how I talk, too. So I felt like he and I were like, but then that was a big mistake. He's not like that at all.
He's not like you, is he?
No. Boris is more like me. I like him. I think I will forgive anything for charisma. And he's got that.
Hitler was quite charismatic, wasn't he? He had something about him, didn't he?
Shall we have a look and see whether the London mayoral elections are one of the most talked about things this week? Yes, the London mayoral race has been in the news. At the time of recording this, we don't know the results, but someone is the new mayor of London. I personally love the local elections. It's the only day I'm allowed within 100 yards of my local primary school. So at the end of that round, I can tell you that Sean, Hannibal and Stephen have 1 point. John, Sam and Katherine have 2. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. John, Sam, Katherine, your turn first. What do you like the look of?
The roller coaster one.
OK, your related question is, most people would rather go to a theme park than a theatre. True or false? What do you think?
But I'd rather go to a theme park because I could leave at any point. Get the theme park, you could choose your own adventure. Say, hey, do I want to do the bumper cars? Do I want to do the roller coaster? Oh, this roller coaster was cool. I want to do this 6 times. Whereas in the theater, you might enjoy a part in the theater, a line of dialogue, but you can't say, hey, do that part 12 more times. That was great.
John, are you an adrenaline junkie, you know, theme parks?
Oh, yeah. The local theme park near me was in Morecambe called Frontierland, and they failed to recognise that one premise was that you go high on a theme park and then you can just see the shithole that you're in. So when you got to the top of the roller coaster in Morecambe, all you could see was people injecting drugs just outside the theme park, and then it really adds an element of genuine fear to the down bit. I'm going to get assaulted when I get off this. That'd be nice.
I went to a water park, and it was in Bali. And there was one of those rides, those sort of flume rides. But you go down in like a rubber ring with your swimming trunks on.
Sure.
You know, at the bottom, right? They don't take photographs of you on the way down, and then when you leave, you can buy the picture of you. And I went in, and there was these Balinese guys there selling them, and I bought this picture of this fat Australian kid. He was about 14, and he was like one of those kids, you know, he looked like he'd swallowed an inflatable dinghy, his body'd gone boom. And he was in this ring, going down, going, "Ah, my God!" That's what the expression was. And they were going, "Why do you want to buy this picture?" And I said, "I just like that picture." So I bought it, and I just like the idea of him coming out. And he's going, "Where's my picture?" And we go, "So, man, buy it, man, buy your picture." And I find, you know, when you go through a drawer and you find things you haven't seen for years, it gives me real pleasure. I go,
I went to Euro Disney when I was a young teenager and got groped by Pluto. Sort of put me off it, really. Had my photo taken with him in his big dog hand. Gave me a squeeze on my prepubescent buns. Probably doesn't work there anymore. He's probably moved on. He's probably a priest now or something.
I've never thought there might be a sinister reason why Mickey Mouse wears those white gloves before now. No Prince, Pluto!
Do you think Minnie and Mickey are like children, or do you think they're grown-up mice?
I think they're grown up. I think they're grown up in my head. They're grown up.
Are they a couple or are they brother and sister?
Oh,
I think mice.
They've both got the same surname,
I think.
Look, I know exactly what's going on because I've got the 2-year-old. Mickey and Minnie dating. Donald and Daisy dating. Goofy, a dog, dating Clarabelle, a cow, who has a pet dog, and Pluto's also a pet who doesn't make any decisions or choices. Something's wrong in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I'll tell you that right now.
That was such a good explanation. OK, so let's get some answers. Most people would rather go to a theme park than a theatre. True or false, John?
We think true.
True, yeah.
You think true? True. OK, what do you think, Sean?
I think we should go for the theatre.
This is the land of Shakespeare and Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Theatre, so you're going false. OK, well, I can tell you the answer is false. 54% of people would rather go to the theatre than a theme park. Sean gets the point. I'm very careful to keep my phone on silent in the theatre. The last thing I want is to be woken up. And the winner is the name of our final round. And here's your question. The worst thing to say to someone who's just been dumped.
Aw, well, at least there'll be no one there to see you crap yourself when the baby's born.
If you're going to take the question literally, the worst thing to say to someone who's just been dumped is... What's going on there? Well, I'm just saying, that's the worst thing.
That's pretty bad.
I went to somebody and say, "Oh, she's lonely left me," and they just went... That'd be pretty bad, wouldn't it?
I think it would distract me from my heartache.
I think the worst thing to say to somebody would be, too bad, because that was probably your last shot.
There's a level of sincerity in the way you said that as well, that someone would just be crushed.
That's worse than the...
The worst thing you can always say is just the truth. Just say, well, you know, statistically, you're probably never going to find true love. At best, you'll find someone willing to just see it out with you. But it's not to say you'll be happy. Someone might stay with you, but you'll probably never be happy. You'll grow to hate each other. Or, never mind, you might meet someone at the clinic.
So, have you ever dumped anyone?
No. Actually, no, I have actually. I had a girlfriend when I was 13 and I had to dump her to the tune of "I'm sorry, I'm gay."
To the tune of "I'm sorry, I'm gay"?
Yeah, it's one of the scripts, apparently.
That is a good... Could have been worse. You could have gone, "I'm sorry, I think you've turned me gay."
It's worse if it happens during.
Sorry, she did say, "My last boyfriend said that too."
Did you say, have you got a number for him?
I'd known that's a brilliant way to get out of relationships, isn't it? I'd known that. But the trouble I've had trying to extricate myself from relationships in the past. One woman I was with for a while, it's very hard just to leave, isn't it? I just moved out one thing at a time. I'd take a teaspoon. One day she was going, where's the pepper grinder?
Okay. Worst thing to say to someone who's just been dumped? It's to do with your physical appearance.
Because you've got no genitals.
It involves food.
You're too fat.
You've got a cock like a carrot. Your breasts are like 2 pork chops.
I don't know, is it you're overweight?
I'll give you that. That is near enough. Yes, the worst thing to say, according to the survey, to someone who's just been dumped is, maybe you should go on a diet. It's much better to say there's plenty more fish in the sea. Well, there were, but it looks like you've eaten most of them. With chips. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Sam and Katherine have 2 points, Sean, Hannibal and Stephen are the winners with 3 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in to our Tech Cats Uncut on Thursday. That's it from us. Good night.
Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, our survey says it's Vernon Kay. Funny Lady, it's Katherine Ryan. And their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, Go Johnny Go, it's Johnny Vegas. Standing up for the weak, it's Paul Chowdhury. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 7% of people don't wear underwear? Sadly, though, it's not the 7% of people you hoped. 1 in 4 British people have never been to Wales or Scotland, and those people are known as employers. And 8% of men want to marry a teacher. I used to go out with a teacher. If I wanted to have sex, she always insisted I put my hand up first. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. John's team, what do you think people have been talking about this week?
Probably the most exciting end to a Premier League season ever. It was one of those moments where I just felt sorry for everyone who doesn't like sport, because if you like sport, it was just... I mean, I was in Morrison's car park because I was on tour, so I went and got myself a little packed lunch, and I got in the back and I pushed the seats forward and I put 5 Live on, and I just went batshit. Because I didn't think... I knew I wanted to win, because it's basically twats versus arseholes. And then... after a while of working out whether I prefer twats or arseholes, which, I mean, every man goes through at some point. I assume we all watched it?
They said it was the most thrilling finale ever. I thought the most thrilling finale ever is when you're trying to jack one out and someone's trying to put the key in the door.
Well, here's how Paul Merson reacted to the goals on Sky Sports.
In the same position against Silva, whips it in. Header! Goal! It's 2-all! And Zeko! And they run back to the halfway line trip. There's got to be 5 minutes of injury time, and it's 2-2! You know what's happened? Incredible! Oh my God! I've never seen anything like it. It's gone mad! It's gone mad! Mancini's on the field running around! What? They're all touching each other! They got love bites and everything!
amazing.
Quality.
Soccer Saturday is the best entertainment. There's a guy called Chris Kamara who gets so excited, he starts as an analogy and then he just gets confused. There's a clip of him going, and the lads are fighting like beavers.
We're talking about this game, the Man City game, as being the most... It couldn't possibly be more dramatic. And I was thinking, well, it could be a bit more dramatic if, on the final whistle, once they'd won, a mysterious fog descended on the pitch. Ooh! And then out of the fog came Mancini, and it turns out he was a pirate ghost. Like that. He was clutching the calcified heart of his virgin bride who was burnt by customs men 300 years ago. And Gary Neville goes, oh, my God, this is unbelievable scenes here. Mancini's a pirate ghost come to wreak revenge.
Did you watch it, Vernon?
I had to watch it because I'm a Bolton Wanderers fan and we were in a relegation scrap with QPR, who Manchester City were playing. Tough, yeah, we got relegated.
You're back where you belong.
Why don't you come to the Reebok one day, Jimmy, me and you?
I should go to the Reebok one day. What to buy trainers?
It's
or?
in Bolton. it's a stadium.
There was a man who walked out after 88 minutes and missed the best part of his life ever. And it makes me feel good that I think there might have been points in my life where I've left early and I just didn't find out, like my last girlfriend when she said, I don't think we should see each other anymore. If I'd have stayed, she'd have probably gone, unless we're husband and wife.
Katherine, do you follow...
No, it's boring. I get that you guys love football, and I love you for that. But I would be interested if they announced the players in a way that I could understand. Like, instead of numbers on their backs, they could be like, and now Colleen Rooney's husband, and now Alex Gerrard's husband, and the guy who cheated on Cheryl Cole, followed by that dickhead who's Harvey's father, you know? And then...
What voice are you doing? Is it a haunted house voice? Let's see if Man City are up there. Yes, it is. For Man City, the feeling of your team winning the league after 44 years is something money can't buy, unless you count the 900 million you've just spent on players. OK, Sean, Vernon, Katherine, what else have people been talking about this week?
The Greeks are in... I mean, it's been going on for bloody months. We have to come. I mean, I think the real victims in all this is people doing topical panel shows, you know? Every week, we look down and go, what are the big stories? You go, oh, it's the bloody Greeks again, can't they sort? I mean, it's such a nice country, got lovely weather, all that lovely lamb, marinated lamb, they've got
hummus, they've got tarama salata, Stavros Flatley, they've got it all.
Greece is just like Kerry Katona, for me. Yeah.
Go on, explain it to us.
It's exactly the same. They both, like, change management to get out of a bad situation. They both get gas from Turkey. They both have no jobs or market confidence. Jennifer Aniston's Greek, and she's lovely. And she could just adopt the whole nation of Greece to save it, and that would really stick it to Brangelina as well. Yeah. She'd be like, who's Mother Earth now, home wrecker?
Note to self, say home wrecker more.
All the Greeks need to do is they've got to find, somehow, they've got to go in a lab with 1 million billion olive pips and find some bloody use for them. Just smash them open, look at them in microscopes, just say, if they can find something in the olive pips, they'll be richer than the Chinese, you know?
The genuine concern of this financial meltdown, it's going to lead to the rise of far-right parties. And their far-right party is called Golden Dawn, and they said it's time for everyone who's been an enemy of Greece to be afraid. Which is frightening until you say it in this voice. Eh!
Go on, say the full thing.
You've been bloody enemy for Greece. You better watch yourself.
I love it.
Greece is clean. They invented everything, and yet they're broke. That's not fair.
Greece is broke, just move back in with its parents.
The Etruscans. I think the Etruscans maybe passed away.
Still got the house.
never been a better time if you want to support Greece is to get pissed on an ouzo. You just go, I'll support a Greek economy. So.
Ouzo, it's the last thing at a party. You know you've had a good party if you get down to the ouzo.
Yeah. Well, ouzo, you notice they never advertise it. Because the only way you could advertise it would be a man wiping his arse with his own pants. Ouzo. Tonight's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
You know with ouzo, genuinely, if you put it in an eye drop and put it on your own eyes...
Oh, Johnny!
It's like having X-ray specs for about 10 seconds and then it starts to really burn. You have 10 seconds of going...
That is a man that spent some time with alcohol. When I first met you, you were drinking, I think it was Baileys and Cointreau in pints.
Yeah, that was like a Gaviscon.
All right, now let's have a look and see whether Greece is up there. Yes, Greece is on the verge of leaving the euro. The good news is this is boom time for Athens. The bad news is that boom is a petrol bomb hitting a bank. Fingers on buzzers.
There's the arrest of Rebecca Brooks. Her husband said it's a witch hunt, which I don't think she'll be happy about later. It's a very difficult thing to talk about, though, because, I mean, they're both saying it's very difficult for her to get a fair trial, you know. So Channel 4 lawyers, obviously, very careful about what we've got to say. But I did hear this, that she said to him, knock, knock, right? And he said to her, who's there? And apparently she said, Europe. And he said, Europoo. And she went, Europoo. I think that's all right. Legally, we can say that, yeah? We're on safe ground there. That's not going to compromise the legal proceedings.
I mean, it is sub judice, so I'm not sure whether you can...
Also, I did hear this, which is that for the present, he got her 2 monkeys. And they were having a bath together, these 2 monkeys. And apparently one of the monkeys went, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ooh. And the other monkey apparently went, why don't you put a bit of cold in? Now, I don't know if that's legally we can say that.
Yeah, it's actually a minefield. She's denied she ever met those monkeys.
Yeah, well, it's a very difficult subject to talk about, isn't it?
It is, but I can because I think, state registered, I'm mentally unwell. So I'm not officially responsible for anything I say. So anything you want to say, just whisper it to me and I can say it.
Katherine, Rebecca Brooks, what do you make of her? I mean, she's kind of a powerful media woman.
Yeah, and a ginger. I think that what we know for sure is that Rebecca Brooks is looking rough. And I sympathize with that because it's very difficult to achieve the correct level of stress to look your hottest. Like, you don't want to be super happy and be eating cheese at night, and you don't want to be, like, so distraught that you look like you're at the top of a donor list. You want to be... You want to be right in the middle, like Demi Moore has nailed it, because she looks like, oh, my husband's cheating on me, but I got a new jumper, and that...
She's perfect.
Yes.
There's also the Leveson inquiry going on at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah.
And there's one person I feel really sorry for in the whole kind of scheme of things with the Leveson inquiry, and that's the poor lady that's got to take the minutes. Because have you seen how many people are turning up? I mean, it's, what are we, in the 18th month of it or something like that?
She's the real victim here, isn't she?
She really is. She really is.
Well, apparently, I heard that this is just a rumour and...
Sean, are you sure legally you can say this?
Well, apparently, her husband said to her, what sort of tree goes out of your bottom? And she said, bamboo, apparently. I don't know. I think that might be...
She's denied that, he's denied that.
They both denied those
the whole
allegations.
bamboo thing is... Well, I can tell you Rebecca Brooks is not in our top 3, but it's been tough for Rebecca Brooks recently. It can't have been easy trying to keep the frizz out of that hair with all this rain. Right, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get. What do you think, Paul? What have the nation been talking about?
Pudsey.
What are you saying, Paul?
Someone white won Britain's Got Talent again.
Yeah, and covered in fur.
But still white.
I met Pudsey this week, and I thought I was a dog fan, but to be fair, never met one with more money than me.
I danced with a dog, right, once at a party. Got the dog up, it's all funny. Somebody filmed it. RSPCA won't let me keep pets now.
In fairness, that dance did lead to other things. This is Pudsey. We've got a still here.
I was watching that and I thought I'd be a lot more impressed if he was a Labrador and she was blind. And the dance routine was actually worked out by the dog. She's just going, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Like that.
They won £500,000, is that right?
Yeah.
I know. It's
amazing.
It's a lot of money.
How much does the lady get?
All of it. It's a dog. She's going to go, one for me, one for you. One for me, one for you. And I go, he's not looking, he's over there. Chucks a stick away and goes...
Let's have a look and see if Pudsey's up there. Yes, indeed, the most talked about thing. Yes, a dancing dog has won this year's Britain's Got Talent. Pudsey's owner scooped the winning prize and a turd off the judges' desks. So at the end of that round, Sean, Katherine and Vernon have 1 point. John, Johnny and Paul have 2 points. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. John, Paul, Johnny, pick a question.
Do you have the happy, smiling people?
You've chosen the friends there. And here is your related question. Most people would rather communicate with their friends online than face-to-face. True or false? What do you think, John?
I don't like the whole online... I mean, if you're talking to someone online, they're not a friend, are they? That is a simple fact. If they're not in the room, they're not a friend. People say, oh, I've got loads of friends online. No, you haven't. You're a twat. You're on your own.
So is that the voice in your head speaking to you now, or...?
I don't know which voice is which, but I'm mentally ill, right?
I fell into this in a bad way years ago in a chat room called Beauty's Castle. My username was Unabashed. And everyone talked in kind of ye olde English. How was doth thou doest this evening, Unabashed? It was mainly Americans in there, and I got in a lot of trouble for suggesting that there shouldn't be a hot tub in a castle. It was going to be genuine. And they all told me to get out. And I used to spend hours in there. I met a really nice girl and I went, I'll see you up in the turret. And they had a pub in there, and I went in and announced myself as the new landlord. I did, and I put some guest ales in. And it was all online. And I kept saying to him, it's not real. Go in and go, Unabashed was asking after it, and I'm still scarred from it.
Oh, didn't you think, like, maybe if you met someone that you thought was sexy online, that they could just be this weird old man?
I went so far as to go to America to meet one that I'd met in Beauty's Castle.
Yeah.
Oh, how did that go?
She was all right, but a friend, and I swear to God, I've never... And I'm being, a rotund shape myself, I feel able to say this. You know when you look through the thing in your door on your hotel, right?
Yeah.
You know when you do that, and it distorts someone's body shape, and so they kind of fill the glass. And I opened the door, and she was the same shape. So I went like that, and I opened the door, and I went, Jesus Christ!
Well, that I'm sure did wonders for her self-esteem. John, how many friends would you say you have?
Like 1 million. I mean, a stranger's just a friend you haven't met yet. What I don't like about chatting to people online is there are people whose accents I can tolerate, and there are people who blah, 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 and then you talk to them online and you realise, oh, you can't write, you can't spell, you can't punctuate. And then a male friend will send me a text with an X on it. So you've never kissed me in real life. Why are you suddenly getting all flirty on a text? Because when I bring it next time we're at the pub, you're going to be, whoa, whoa, what's this? Fucking started it, you put an X.
Paul, have you ever met anyone online?
I just don't understand the whole... Because if Facebook, you can talk to people now face-to-face. Twitter, you're going to introduce it. But I don't understand the whole following thing. If I want to follow someone, I'll do it in a raincoat. I won't do it...
Are you on any of these things, Catherine?
I am, yes. I'm on Facebook and the Twitter. And the last time I appeared on this show, I was very happy to get lots of lady followers and very confused to get lots of pictures of cocks.
I would like to apologise for that. I think I misread the signs.
You boys, you love to send the pictures of your cocks, and that's adorable, but we just don't like them.
OK, let's get some answers. So, most people would rather communicate with their friends online than face-to-face. True or false?
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
You're saying true? OK, what are you going to say, Sean?
I think it's false.
Yeah, false.
OK. I can tell you the answer is false. Only 18% of people would rather communicate with their friends online. I'd rather communicate with friends on Facebook because friends don't seem to like it when you go around to their house and ask to look at photos of their wife in a bikini. That is what it's for. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Worst thing about going to the gym?
The guy come up to me, he goes, "Hey, mate, can you spot me?" I didn't... He was right in front of me, but I still tried to... And he goes, "Can you spot..." Basically, you've got to stand over the man and his head's around your crutch and you've got to lift the weights with your fingers so the weights don't fall on his face and kill him. And so I was going even lower. He was going... At that point, I started teabagging him and I had to cancel my membership.
The changing rooms. But if I'm getting changed, I try to do it without exposing my bits to other men.
Yeah, because they're all hiding all around the changing rooms, waiting for you to come in. John's coming! Everybody hide! They're getting in the laundry bin in the towels, like that. Like Alibaba. They lift it out and go, "Is John there?" Yeah.
I thought that they were hiding, but they're not hiding. They're just stood there with everything out, flossing their ani in front of me. So I assume other men don't want to see my testicles. But if you're the man in the change rooms doing the towel thing where you have to flick your knickers up, your boxer shorts up...
Your knickers? I don't want this to descend into some sort of playground teasing, but it would appear that John wears knickers.
I actually believe, and this is the exercise I practice, the world is my gym. Because I practice diametric tension. So, for example, if I pick up a cup of tea, I go like this, I go... I think the worst thing about going to the gym is the music. Because you never have music you like, it's always like...
It's very difficult to exercise to, like, Swan Lake.
There seems to be a universal thing in every gym in the country. They've gone, tell you what people want. Well, that's a bad example, because that is a good one. But there are some annoying ones as well.
The thing is, if you get rid of the that just amplifies the idiot who's giving it...
Of course you can spot
me opening my locker.
By the way, next time you do a round, could you make me feel just like any more excluded? Never been in one!
OK, worst thing about going to the gym?
Sweat on the equipment.
OK, I'll give you that. Yes, the worst thing about going to the gym is the smell of sweat. There's one guy down my gym, I wish he'd take a shower. He's got a lovely body. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Katherine and Vernon have 2 points. John, Johnny and Paul are the winners with 3 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut on Monday. That's it from us. Good night.
10 Cats. What's cooking good looking? It's Heston Blumenthal. The Life of Ryan. It's Katherine Ryan. And their team captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, double Paralympic gold medalist, it's Hannah Cockcroft. He's short and curly. It's Josh Whitcomb. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 25% of people do their weekly online shop whilst in bed? I do. It helps me remember what we need. Meat, 2 veg, dumplings, a couple of baps. 83% of British people admit to stealing something from a hotel room. I stayed in a hotel the other day. I decided to throw caution to the wind, opened up the minibar and I downed all the bottles of bubbly. And then I woke up and realised I was in a travel lodge and all the shampoo had disappeared. 30% of Brits think it's acceptable to answer the phone during sex. It happens. Mum, it's for you. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. John's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Is it the X Factor?
There's a new TV show, Jimmy.
It's a brand new show.
They call it the X Factor.
Right.
And they get these singers, and it's too early to tell what's going to happen next.
Also, you use the word singers in inverted commas.
Yeah. I've stopped doing them, I just do it with my speech now. These singers, or professional crying penises. They're crying already. It's going to get worse.
It's not. They're not even crying when there's bad news. They're crying when there's good news. The guy Ryland, have you seen this, Hannah?
Ryland.
The guy Ryland isn't a proper name as well. That's Ryan with it's Ryan with an L in it for no reason at all. But last week he cried because he got through.
He didn't sort of cry though, because there were no tears. He just sort of went.
Sounds like me laughing. Let's take a look.
Ryland, it's such a big risk that I have to take it. And you're in my final
This ain't a wind-up. We could have a right old laugh. We could have a right old laugh.
We've all been there. That is what I looked like watching Talisa's sex tape. And I love that Ryland, he said to Nicole, he said, "I'm not crying at you." And he literally... It was a very offensive burst of anguish. She was crying at her, on her, in her a little bit.
I wouldn't drink the water around the X Factor. I mean, they put something in the tea, and you can get the most hard-hearted person who'll drink the tea and just go... I just saw a pigeon.
If there is a drink that makes you cry, it's almost certain that Heston made it.
Yeah.
It's a special type of tea that brings melancholy.
And it's actually made with melons and collie dogs.
Of course it bloody is, yeah. Yeah, it's just...
Don't they just call that, like, red wine? Isn't that what you drink to cry? I drink red wine, I bawl my eyes out for no reason whatsoever.
What have you got to cry about? All your dreams have come true.
You don't know what my dreams are.
Your sock drawer's immaculate.
Cardi. You've got a cardi and people listen to you.
Yeah. Sometimes I cry because my dreams have come true.
Yeah.
You're like the new Ryland.
Did you cry when you were the best in the world at something?
No.
I would lose
not
my
at
shit.
All.
Not at all?
Like-
Well, can I have it then?
Yeah. Just want
Cheers.
one. Don't two.
I didn't know that we were meant to bring our gold medals with us.
I like the fact you brought both of them.
Well, you see, just in case you want to lick the other one as well.
Do you lick these?
I've already licked your... I've already... And you've
Whoa, finish that sentence.
I've licked Hannah's gold medal. And Jimmy was there at the time.
It was the night that you won. You came on Channel 4 after you won the... was it the 100 and 200 the same day?
No, they were a week apart, but I think it was...
All right.
See.
Let's have a little look at Hannah in action.
And surely this is going to be just a question of how fast can she get close to the world record. She's being roared all the way. An amazing performance. Everybody is standing already. She's getting an ovation. The flashlights are going off. The only question is, what time will it be? Can she go close to the world record? Unbelievable performance. She held her nerve with aplomb, and once again, we are saluting a British champion.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
There's this company called Cash for Gold. I don't know if you've heard of it. If you can get an envelope big enough, I think you're set for life.
Back to the X Factor. What else? Has anyone been watching?
They went to the judges' houses last week. There was this situation where they found a couple having sex in one of the bushes at Gary's house. And they said what had happened. They said, oh, we were just having a picnic and got carried away. That's not a thing. If I'm having a picnic and get carried away, I have a second scone. That's what I do. Never do you go to Pepperami. Well, I'll see you in the bushes.
They might have found a flask of X Factor tea. I saw a bit of it, and Gary Barlow says to one of the contestants, like, who's going to buy your records? And obviously the contestants too nervous to say, they just went... But what they should have said was the same fucking idiots that buy yours. I think what's quite interesting about it is that surely by now the contestants must have sussed the show out. They all go, this is the most important, most special thing, most amazing, this is life-changing experience. You go, haven't you seen the show? Even if you win, by February, nobody knows who you are. Yeah, at best, X Factor is a gap year from Argos. It's going nowhere. It's not going to change your life.
The names of the groups, one of them is called Union J, because they used to be called Triple J, but someone joined the group whose name started with G. So they thought Union J would be the best way to go. That doesn't explain it. And it would be a better name if you just called it like JJGJ.
Let's have a look at JJGJ.
JJGJ. They might as well call them A Slightly Different Direction.
Let's have a look and see if X Factor is up there. Yes, the X Factor live finals have begun. X Factor is very different this year. Oh, no, hang on. No, it isn't. Sean, Heston, Katherine, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
We're going to talk about the trains. The franchise for the North West train line, which is... You know, that's it, really. Everyone knows about it. They made a mistake with the franchises, with how they calculated their franchise. I mean, how many times do I have to say the word franchise before someone takes over from me and says something about franchises? They've got, basically, Virgin had a franchise. Virgin had the franchise for the Western... The franchise for the Western thing. And then someone else got it. Now they don't have it either anymore. It's a bit like that episode of Thomas the Tank Engine.
With the Fat Controller.
Yeah, Gordon says he can take the Fat Controller's wife from Tidford Holt down to Knapford for the garden party and take the fish train to the docks in time for the ship leaving to the mainland. And all the other trains go, no, you can't. it turns out they were right.
Very succinctly put.
The problem with this story is it's just too funny by definition. You don't need to... You just say West Coast train franchise and government miscalculation. You're already like, well, what's this, a Will Ferrell movie? It's the funniest thing I could ever contemplate.
I feel quite strongly. I had a bit of an incident with First Great Western. I don't know if this has happened to you. I ordered a cup of tea and...
Jesus.
It gets worse.
Finished, don't finish.
And the woman gave me a cup of boiling water and a tea bag. As if she'd got them out and gone... well, I'm out of my depth with this one, I mean...
Was the water truly boiling, though? Because on an airplane, they won't give you boiling water, will they? They just make it a bit warm so you can't, like, chuck it back in their face for violence.
That's why they won't give you boiling water. The rest of us, they're fine with.
You can't actually boil water on an airplane.
You can't boil water on an airplane.
No.
How do you... What?
What?
Why can't... Well, because you didn't bring a kettle.
No, the pressure.
The pressure.
The pressure.
Oh, I'm too busy. Let's have a look and see whether this Virgin train U-turn is up there. OK, John Steen, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
It's the US elections. The choice between two quite dull men who are terrible at talking. They had a debate this week, and they're just both terrible at actually talking. I really hard to listen to them go, we got to good-rate the economy because if it gets any more badified, we're going to be saturated until, like, 2000 and later than now, because... don't really... There's just
You should throw your hat in the ring. You've got something. Those some good policies.
It's called Mitt Romney. Which
yes.
It's not a... Yeah.
You've really cracked to the very heart of the US debate, haven't you?
Mitt is not a name. No one's called Mitt. And I've had a good week because I convinced my girlfriend that it was short for mitten.
Mitten Romney?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend?
Don't. Mitt Romney is gaff-prone, and he once got in trouble because he travelled for 12 hours in his car with his dog attached to the roof rack. It's the only dog that's ever actually stuck its head into the window of a car during a journey.
That wasn't his fault, though, because to be fair to him, he asked the dog, how do you want to get to Ontario? And the dog went, ruff, ruff.
John Richardson, everyone. John Richardson. Good, I like it. Catherine, have you been following the American election?
Oh, Barack Obama and Michelle, his wife, are like the Jay-Z and Beyonce of politics. They're very exciting. Like, Barack Obama, he can sing, and he's, like, cool. And, you know, I experienced some climate change when I look at him, I'll be honest. Oh, yeah, like, when he talks about the national debt, my budget gap widens.
Well, that was the least sexy euphemism I've ever heard. Anna, who would you vote for?
I have no idea. I've got things to concentrate on, haven't I?
So what have you been concentrating on?
Well, you know, I was a little bit busy winning 2 gold medals, and I kind of had this week where I kind of just everyone talked to me for a week, and then I've been back in training for 3 weeks. It's been a little bit busy.
Again?
Yeah.
You've got 2 gold medals. It doesn't happen again for 4 years. Relax.
Also, you won by miles. You don't need to train.
They're all after me now. They're all chasing me.
Well, they were all after you then. They didn't catch you. Should we have a look and see whether the US election is one of the most talked about things this week?
Yeah.
Yes, the first American election debate took place last Wednesday. Obama's been described as a cross between Martin Luther King and JFK. Yeah, we get it. He's going to get shot. OK, Sean Steen, what else has the nation been talking about?
The Ryder Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Europe, against all the odds, won the golf, beat the Americans, and they're just devastated by it. they just can't believe that
it's gone badly for them.
Yeah.
I had to listen to it on the radio because I didn't have Sky. I tuned in and Rory McIlroy's late, and they said the big news is Rory McIlroy has only just made it for his tee time. I know he's young, but that is taking the piss, isn't it?
His mum is so strict. If he misses his tee time, he's not allowed to play golf.
I listened to a bit of it, like Josh was saying, on the radio. And the weird thing is that golf on the radio is kind of like a pointless experience. Because, I mean, you just hear them hit the thing, you go, whoosh, you don't even hear it land. And, like, you just hear, whoosh. But the weirdest thing is the commentators, they all start whispering. They start going, and he's about to take this shot, really needs to get this one to get back into contention. You're thinking, you don't need to whisper. You're the radio commentators. They wouldn't let you anywhere near the players. They're probably 4 miles away in a travelodge watching it on Sky. And the reason they're whispering, they're supposed to check out at 12.
Shall we have a look and see whether the Europe winning the Ryder Cup is one of the most talked about things this week?
Yeah.
The most talked about thing. The next Ryder Cup will be held in Scotland, where golf originated. Even now, most people in Glasgow own a golf club, mainly for use in pub fights and hooking people's car keys through their letterbox. So, one more thing to get fingers on buzzers. Go on, what do you think?
There's a new dance craze sweeping the nation called the Gangnam.
All right, Grandad. What's it called again? What's the new dance craze in the discotheques?
These young scamps are doing a new dance that they call the Ginganguli, sort of.
Yeah, Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
Have a little look. This is the new dance craze.
Gangnam Style. Op, 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 op and Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Op, 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 op and Gangnam Style.
That is the most liked pop video ever on YouTube.
I really like it.
What's not to like?
I didn't expect how it's when he puts his hands on his hips and his little legs stick out. That's my favourite bit. It's really fun, though, isn't it? I'm not one to absorb joy.
I think it's like he's riding what's he doing?
It's where you pretend you're riding a horse.
Apart from that bit where it looks like he's spinning a pizza.
That's lasso.
You're just obsessed by food.
Sorry, I'm a bit boring here, but I like to get questions right. What I think is good about it, and they said this, that when he died, Kim Jong-il's son would be a lot more relaxed. Open future for the people of North Korea, I think that's...
I can tell you it's not one of the most talked about things this week, but Gangnam Style has become one of the most watched pop videos of all time. But I still prefer the one where Talisa gives it to her boyfriend, Camden Style. We're trying to guess the most talked about things this week. Fingers on buzzers. Sure.
Is it the man who got his head stuck in the bin?
Tell me more about this story.
Ah, it's brilliant, because he's homeless and he got stuck in a bin. Everybody's happy except him.
Got a still. If you could try and take this seriously, it's an unfortunate gentleman in Aberdeen got his head stuck in a bin for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And passers-by, rather than going for help, took pictures and videos and posted them on YouTube.
Well, the reason they didn't rescue him was they realised that's the longest he's had a roof over his head for some time.
His friends, he said, have given him the nickname after this bucket head. That is a 2-fact story, and they've got one of the main facts wrong.
In fairness, a lot of his friends drink heavily.
You know, it's like you look in a bin and you go...
No.
Ooh. Ooh, that's down there, and you go in too far. Yeah, and normally you'd attach a rope to yourself, someone there. He's just gone in there, seen something really juicy at the bottom of the bin, Just thought, I'm having that. I mean, you could say it's wrong that you know, years ago, someone who was stuck in a bin, people would have come and helped, pulled them out. Now they leave them there and take photographs and put them on Twitter. But I think the modern thing is better than the old way. I think rescuing him, it would have been an anecdote for a small circle of people in Scotland. 30 or 40 people would have known about that story. They go, hey, Jimmy.
Yeah, Sean?
In the pub, hey, Jimmy. You see, I think a fella stuck his head in the bin there. But now it's on Twitter, so millions of people around the world can enjoy him getting his head stuck in the bin. And he's already famous, because he's 52, he's the oldest man in Scotland.
Well, that's not one of the most talked about things this week. But last week, a homeless man in Aberdeen got his head stuck in a bin. What a bloody idiot. It's blue bins for heads. OK, come on, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers.
It's the Labour Party conference.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. It's been so exciting that the main story that's come out of it is that I read that Ed Miliband, when he was at school, he got given a Walkman by Ken Livingstone, which is a story so dull, you wouldn't even tell it on Bullseye. Jim Boyne went, I believe you once met Ken Livingstone, didn't you? He went, yes, he actually gave me a Walkman. Oh. Well, that's very tedious. I hope you lose. He's just got no ideas. And all I'm saying is, oh, he spoke for ages without notes. He spoke for ages without saying anything. I want to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. Well, good luck, because you can see it from space now.
You know, there's strength in numbers, and I think those siblings should unite. David and Ed Miliband, they're always pitting them against each other. Just be as one, like Jedward. You know? They could call themselves like Dave Ed, and they could have some style. You know, they could wear like Milibandanas and throw back Milibanter, and they could really spice it up.
They all look like people who, when they come out of the conference, they still leave their little lanyards on when they get into the hotel. Even though they know, there's a point on the train where they think, oh, I'm not at the conference anymore, I should take this off. And I thought, this will be an interesting conversation starter in the bar. So I see you've got a landlord. Yes, I've been at the Labour Party conference. Take it off, you dick. You're not there anymore. It's like their festival, like they wear them all year. Like, yeah, I've got all my festivals. Yeah, I went to all the conferences. I'm pretty important. Are you really?
You know that's all happened in your head?
Yeah.
None of that happened. You're so annoyed with a man on a train that you've imagined who's left his badge on.
You've just
that hasn't
this.
happened.
No,
It's just classic. Nobody does that.
They do.
Nobody's bothered about any. But of all the things to get annoyed about, it's not like, and he didn't take his lamina off. Also, you're just a bastard. You left it on.
I genuinely believe, like, there's times when you're on a train and you see someone with their little thing hanging out and you think, oh, you want me to ask what that is?
No.
It was the same during the Olympics when they all had their caps on and their bags and they're like, yeah, I'm helping make the Olympics happen. Well, you're on a train now. It's not happening here, is it?
Are you having...
You're having a go at all the Olympic volunteers. That's what John's doing.
I'm not having a go at the ones who were volunteers and outside.
Could you do me a favour?
Yes.
Could you do me a favour? Could you put away your gold medals? Because
I'm sorry.
it's over now and it's
Yeah.
boring John.
Yeah.
Because John doesn't like it when people remember nice things they've been to.
I don't like that.
I don't...
There he is, killing joy.
Gangnam Style.
Hey, pull it back.
I went to the Paralympics and I had my laminate. And I went for a meal, I went for lunch before... Oh.
You leave it on?
Well, the day before I'd forgotten it, so I thought, I'll put it on, I'll put my coat over it, that's fine. Took my coat off to eat, and then the guy came over and he said, oh, what's that? And I said, oh... He said, what's that? And I said, oh, I've got to be at the Paralympics in an hour. And he
That's
said...
a very interesting story, actually. I've got to be at the Paralympics. No, you're right, John. It is annoying, yeah.
If he'd taken his laminate off and lost it, he couldn't get in. The reason they keep it on is that's how they get in to do their job.
You left it on so that he would ask and you go, sorry, I'm doing a bit of TV work, apparently. It's really boring, but if you could bring the food quickly, because it's got to be on TV in like an hour, so anyway. Working at the Paralympics, yeah, it's pretty boring. I'm sorry you asked me about it. With your girlfriend as well, with your little lanyard and your girlfriend. And,
That's the real issue. People with laminates have relationships.
Yeah, I was just wearing a laminate in a bar. She just came up to me and said, "What's that?" "Oh, God, yeah, I didn't even know I had it. I didn't know it's massive and it's really heavy." And when I took my coat off, I thought, "Oh, bloody laminate, I'll leave it on." What's that? It's just a laminate that points down to my penis. I've got a penis. Maybe you want to touch it and be my boyfriend.
Shall we have a look and see whether the Labour Party conference is one of the most talked about things this week? Yes, the Labour Party conference took place in Manchester last week. Ed Miliband is in the middle of an extensive makeover. By the next election, Mr Miliband will be taller, his voice will be less nasal, and he'll be called David. So those were the most talked about stories this week. But in other news, the late Jimmy Savile was accused of paedophilia last week. Jimmy Savile died last year. So why are these allegations only coming to light now then, now then, now then? And Adele's recorded the theme song for the new Bond film. The lyrics include, "Let the sky fall when it crumbles." And if there's one thing Adele knows about, it's crumble. At the end of that round, Sean, Katherine and Heston have 2 points. John, Hannah and Josh have 3 points. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Sexiest celebrity chef. Heston is a very acceptable 8th. This is just on sexiness.
Heston would be the most interesting to have sex with, wouldn't he? Take your clothes off. I'm going to go and dip my cock in liquid nitrogen. That's
Be multi-sensory banging.
Put these headphones in. Something spectacular is going to happen. And I want you to be able to taste it fully. Now, Heston, you're renowned for cooking unusual dishes. These are all genuine dishes. OK, just talk us through some of these. Tell us what Sound of the Sea is.
OK, so the dish looks like the sand with sea vegetables on top, different types of seafood and seaweed, and with the sauce is frothed up, so it's like the waves lapping up against the shore. And we serve that with an iPod tucked into a seashell. And on the iPod, we've downloaded the sound of the waves lapping up against the shore and the odd seagull.
So it's like a fillet of fish from McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Now, this is not the only unusual thing you cook. Mustard ice cream.
Yep.
That's not really taken off, has it?
Actually, it did put that into the supermarket.
You put that in the supermarket?
Yeah.
Oh,
What was a trick?
Calf's brain custard.
Yes, that's for a TV show.
Was it any good?
Actually, calf's brains themselves don't taste so much. They're very creamy and pasty.
Yeah, I think it's a waste of a calf's brain, making custard out of it. I just like it raw, straight out of the calf's head.
Was that like a boiled egg?
Once you eat half of it, he calms down. I don't really do that.
OK, so sexiest celebrity chef. Who do you think? Who do you find the sexiest, Hannah?
Jamie Oliver.
Are you like a man with a big tongue?
Do you reckon his tongue's bigger than mine? I've got a pretty big tongue.
I don't know how we got into this conversation. I'm so glad we did. You've got a big tongue. Show me. That's a pretty big tongue.
Did you just say, "You've got a pretty big tongue, where is it"?
Yeah.
I'd like to think it was Gino De Campo, because I get told I look like him. The Italian thief. Hey, I cook the pasta, I steal your things.
Heston, you must have met some celebrity chefs in your time. Who do you think's sexiest?
Yeah, loads. You looking at me, Jimmy? Or...
No, Heston. I did say Heston at the beginning of
Why
that.
are you looking at me, then?
Well, because you just said, are you looking at me?
Was it...
I stared over there. That seems perfectly natural.
Well, I mean, make your mind up. Who you asking the question to? You asking Heston or me?
When I said Heston...
There's no point using his name and then looking at me. You're still looking at me. Stop looking at me.
This is like a fight in a pub. Are you looking at me? Who are you looking at?
Captain Birdseye. Is he a sex celebrity? He's sexy. He's sexy. You haven't got a choice when you're stuck on his island. Yes, you are sexy. Yes, you are sexy. Can I get on the boat? I want to go back home. Don't like the island, Captain.
Who's the sexiest, do you think?
Lorraine Pascal,
Lorraine Pascal is number 3. You just... Hang on, we mentioned her name and you just went...
Oh, I heard the...
Well, there are some sexy chefs, but people don't know their name to put them in a poll. Sophie Michelle's quite sexy, isn't she?
She was John's dinner lady.
There was a really sexy dinner lady at my school. I used to... Oh, well, now. I used to cycle outside her house and just sit there trying to look sort of wistful on a bike. I was trying to seduce a woman about 4 times my age, just on my BMX like that.
She probably thinks, didn't eat all this semolina. The guy in my school had an affair with the dinner lady. He had an affair with her. Went on a narrowboat holiday with her.
They probably picked a narrowboat because it's most like a school canteen, so she stood at the window cooking and he had to walk past anything.
That's the closest they can get to it. Like, he's on the bank and she goes past from the narrowboat. Mashed potato into a trolley. She goes, see you at the bridge. Nigella's always going sexy, isn't it? She's got that show Nigelissima, which sounds like a yeast infection. She's always going... No, she might as well just go, like, I'm just going to plop one in the trifle. There you go. That's what you want, isn't it?
It's Nigella, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, the sexiest celebrity chef is Nigella Lawson. She's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a proper joke. Nigella's so hot, she cooks everything on gas mark 4. Proper joke. Yeah. OK. Most annoying thing about sharing a house?
Oh.
That's your specialist subject,
Yeah.
Jesus. If anyone needs to be anywhere in the next half hour...
It's me, innit? It's genuinely me. Trying to live in a house like, tin foil, well, yeah, I'll buy it then. It's buzzing around like a little bee. I'm a penis to live with.
I did see your documentary on OCD, and you did look annoying.
I saw that show. I thought it was a bit of a mess. All over the place. I really like it.
Have you been sitting on that joke all summer?
Yes.
Totally worth it.
Thanks, dude. He said that. So West Coast went, totally worth it.
Yeah, cowabunga, Sean. Most annoying thing about sharing a house, what do you think?
I think the most annoying thing is when your brother drops a knife on your foot. That's pretty annoying.
Yeah, I maybe think that's in a higher bracket than annoying.
It's all right. It's all right because I can't feel my feet, so it's all right. But,
The most depressed I've ever been was my flatmate was loudly having sex while I was downstairs washing up the 2 champagne glasses that he'd just drunk from.
Sounds like something from John's life.
I hope you shooed them upstairs as well. Now, I need to do this washing up. You go.
When I went to visit my dad, he and his girlfriend had one CD in his bedroom, and it was the soundtrack to Cats. And he ruined one of my favorite musicals, because when they would bang, they would just drown it out by playing that music.
It's a horny soundtrack as well, isn't it, Cats? And they all say, oh, well, I never a cat so clever as magical mist.
I don't like sharing a house. I don't even like sharing a bag of crisps. You know what I really hate? This is my sort of John's laminate thing, is, you know, when you're in a pub and you're sitting there and you buy a bag of crisps and someone just opens it on the table like it's a Hindu wedding or something.
Yeah, you know, Hindu weddings.
We know they have
with
all
the
the
crisps.
food as beautifully arranged.
You know, with a Hindu wedding with the crisps.
Just have some crisps, they're my crisps, I want to eat the crisps. They go, come on, it's a banquet.
Most annoying thing about sharing a house?
Tidying up after people.
That is the right answer. He was always going to get that. Yes, the most annoying thing about sharing a house is cleaning up after lazy housemates. Another annoying thing is when you hear your housemates having sex and you get that horrible feeling of cold glass against your ear. Oh, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Katherine and Heston have 3 points. John, Hannah and Josh have 4 points. John, Hannah and Josh are tonight's winners. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
Would you add and even? It's Mickey Flanagan. The icing on the cake, it's Mel Getroich. And their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, acting tough, it's Stephen Graham. Top cat, it's Katherine Ryan. And their team captain, Sean Rock. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show all about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, over 1.6 million Britons still live at home with their parents? And we call those people children. It takes giraffes up to an hour to have sex, but most of that is necking. And 65% of people think Britain is a great place to live. And that's a survey of people hanging on to the undercarriage of the Eurostar. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most talked about stories from the last year. Sean, Stephen, Katherine, what do you think the nation have been talking about over the last year?
What's the most important thing? The Olympics,
yes.
Perhaps. The Olympics.
It's pretty huge.
It was a very successful Olympics, but for me, it was too successful.
Go on, no, tell me. Yeah.
I've got some theory now because Bradley Wiggins, he also won the Tour de France. Andy Murray's finally won something. Oh. Yeah. You know, it's like we're too good at sport.
We've got nothing to moan about, yeah.
Well, it's just not, not comfortable with that level of success and sense of pride and celebration. It just doesn't... I don't like it.
It was quite surprising, wasn't it, when the old opening ceremony started, that it was actually quite good.
That opening procession at the Olympics, because they do it in alphabetical order, goes Iraq, Iran, Ireland, Israel. That is a tough gig for the Irish. No wonder they've developed a sense of humour in Ireland. That is a tough tunnel, that, isn't it? Just calm down a minute and just look straight ahead and not talk for 5 minutes.
I don't know if you saw the... obviously, they did the relay with the torch before it all kicked off. And then they rang bells. Did you see this? They rang bells all around the country to sort of mark the start of it. And Jeremy Hunt kicked it off. Here he is.
Can we get everything else?
Yes, sure.
Oh! Here we are. We did a terrible moment there. No. Health and safety. Are you OK?
How many men can genuinely get to say they've said to a woman, could you pass me my bell end? It's just on the floor.
Did you watch the Olympics? Did you?
I watched some of it. I was away on holiday, so...
I think a lot of people did go away. A lot of people left London, got out, because it was... Like, beforehand, everyone was so negative. Everyone thought this is going to be a disaster, and then it turned out it was fine.
My wife's still crying.
About it?
From the Olympics. She's not stopped crying yet.
I'm
hoping it will stop at some point.
I think that's the Olympics?
It was the Olympics. It was the levels of emotion, yeah. Twice I had to fill her up with water. She's just dehydrated there, you know.
You know what I find it has to be said, and I don't like saying it because everyone likes him, he's a really nice bloke, but the Mobot is shit, isn't it?
Really embarrassing.
It's rubbish. That Usain Bolt thing is brilliant. Super cool. That is just rubbish.
Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. This is Mo.
It's rubbish. It's like a crap someone who doesn't know how to do a teapot.
It looks like...
This is embarrassing.
It's
how
like
is
a
that?
Willy, like those are the balls, and then he's the big shaft. You know, like balls, big balls.
Let's have a look and see if the Olympics is up there. Of course, the most talked about thing. Yes, London hosted the Olympics in 2012. The Olympics may be over, but we'll never forget the volunteers and all the hard work they did for free. Not with the way they keep fucking going on about it. John, what do you think the nation should be talking about over the last year?
Well, who could forget the wonderful weekend when the economy contracted by £6 billion? Or the Diamond Jubilee, as it was called. Oh, I had a good look at an old woman. She didn't smile once.
I quite enjoyed the Jubilee.
This is what you had to be careful with, you know, because you started talking to people reasonably and saying, have you all seen this shit on the TV? And, like, what sort of idiot goes to watch a flotilla? And they sort of go, we were there, actually. we got there 2 days earlier, we camped out. And you have to backtrack and go, well, yes,
No, you don't.
it's not for everybody.
Did you enjoy it? Because I tell you who didn't really get into it. I tell you who was about as big a fan as John is. It was Eamon Holmes. Have a look at his coverage of the flotilla.
You see, the thing is, we could give you all the false bonhomie, we could tell you the truth. If you're looking to head out today, truthfully, you're going to have to be dedicated to be here today. I mean, it's not just wet today, it's not just cold, it is abysmally wet and cold. You know, all these people are so very, very happy. It is unbelievable. I just wish a few of these boats would now put the foot down, like, come on, very nice, but let's just get a bit of speed up here. It is cold, it is wet, it is windy, it is dark, it is dank.
You're a Canadian, aren't you? So she's your queen as well.
She's on all my money.
So how do you feel about the queen?
I love the Queen. I got a lot of time for the Queen. She is a down-ass chick.
I really like her. I think she's really, really lovely.
I think you're having a breakdown.
See, no, I turned 40 4 years ago. And I was going to say recently, it wasn't 4 years ago. Yes, I've turned, something's weird's gone. It's fine, though. I'm at ease with it. It's all right. Is everyone else?
You seem very happy. Yeah, no,
Thanks
very happy.
Well, the Queen knows it all. She can do it all. The Queen sent an email in 1976. David Cameron just got Twitter like a month ago and has fewer followers than Jodie Marsh.
Too right. I really, really, really enjoyed the Jubilee.
But what?
I had dealy boppers. I had dealy boppers. I made cakes. I had bunting. I had a wicker hamper.
This is not the actions of a happy person. Come to my party, I've made a cake.
Laughter and joy and pleasure.
I really enjoyed it. Let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, the Queen celebrated her Diamond Jubilee in 2012. The Queen got silver for her Silver Jubilee and diamonds for her Diamond Jubilee. I think we all know what she's getting for her next Jubilee, a coffin.
Jim, you've gone too far with that.
She's never gonna die. She's never gonna die. Don't say it, Jimmy. Don't say it. Beast.
Sean Steen, what else did the nation be talking about over the last year?
Crisis at the BBC.
Yes. Crisis at the BBC. Tell me more.
Well, we all know that there's been a crisis at the BBC and it's been in crisis for some time. And this crisis is a continuing crisis which has affected the entire BBC.
So, I mean, Newsnight were in crisis. Initially, they failed to report on Jimmy Savile, and then they reported that Lord McAlpine was a paedophile when he wasn't.
Newsnight, George Entwistle, 54 days in the job as Director General.
Yeah.
He hadn't even found the toilets. He's out.
54 days in the job, he got 450
grand.
For how long?
54 days.
That's a lot of fucking money, isn't it?
Yeah, for 54 days, that's not bad.
It's not
bad going.
The BBC had to give Lord McAlpine a
£185,000.
As an apology, they should just introduce a not a paedophile bonus at the BBC.
Maybe like an incentive scheme.
Yeah.
Look, what I need to know is who, out of all of our beloved 70s icons, children presenters, who was clean?
Because everything, even, like, you look at Sooty now, you think Sue always had 2 black eyes.
No, she didn't.
Sweep's full name was Sweep It Under the Carpet.
And that Rainbow House.
Well,
come on.
They sewed a zip in so that they could shut him up. Because of what Bungle had done.
Well, there's lots of rumours about different presenters, but there's one person I know is not involved in any of it at all. It can't be. It's John Craven, because he's a countryphile. There is an interesting point to be made about how times change, and it's about perspective. And in the 70s, there was a thing called wandering hand trouble.
Yeah.
You go, oh, he's got a case of wandering hand trouble. It's almost like he had the flu or something. So just occasionally he goes... It's an illness. Basically, Jim will fix it with his way of saying sorry.
Let's have a look and see if it's up there.
Yeah.
Yes, the BBC was rocked in 2012 by revelations that Jimmy Savile was a paedophile and Lord McAlpine wasn't. The Savile scandal is obviously terrible, but on the upside, I'm not going to be the worst Jimmy this year. Get him. We're trying to guess the most talked about things over the last year. OK, John's team, what else have the nation been talking about over the last year? It's not a séance, Mel. What have the nation been talking about over the last year?
It just really hurt my head.
Never injured themselves on this show.
John, what have the nation been talking about over the last year?
Well, it can't all be fun, can it? The levies and the... What's good is that it cost millions of pounds and took a year, and his conclusion was, hey, keep an eye on them. One of his comments was like a Yoda thing. He said, who should guard the Guardians? Not no one. Might as well have commissioned Yoda. Who should look after him? Not no one. Well, possibly someone then. Waste of money.
Or is he more like a Dalek? He goes, hang on.
I like the way we're getting to the heart of the issue here. He sound like this.
That's all right.
Very good.
He might as well have come out on the steps and just said, instead of having to go at the press in any way, he should have just said, celebrities, royals, behave yourselves.
Yeah.
And that way, he'd have said, we don't even need to report on you. And none of this would have happened.
I've no idea what gave you that gasp, but I'm sure I look forward to reading about it in the papers.
No. It was doing the Dalek. It was doing the Dalek. I'm really sorry. It was going... And it brought up something really weird.
It's just because you can't do this sort of stuff on British Bake Off. You can't, during the judging of a cake, you can't go...
I'm so sorry.
No problem at all. Can I just confirm that I will not be pulling your finger at any stage during the show, if that's OK?
That's my favourite thing that's ever happened while I've been on the show.
One of the recommendations he made was more Gaviscon for celebrities.
It's incredible that he's still...
Mel's about to make a serious point.
There's no way.
Brace yourselves.
What I want to know is, though, it happened to so many people, this hacking business. How... It must be quite easy to do. So how do you hack someone's call? How do you do it? It's obviously quite easy. How do you do it? My dad used to hack into my calls back in the 1970s by lifting the receiver on the other phone in the house.
with his talons.
So I would be in the hall.
And then he would fly off with it.
Your dad's a griffin, yes? He's a griffin.
I'd be downstairs on the trim phone in the hall, and I'd be going...
Your dad would be on his perch.
And Dad would then lift said receiver and on the beige phone upstairs and say, look, get off the phone now. You've been on it for 60 minutes. You saw your pals at school. Why do you need to speak to them after school? I would go, look, Dad, I'm just having a little chat. That was hacking. But no, what the point I'm making is, so many people, loads of ruddy people have been hacked. Yeah. How do you do it? I don't want to do it myself, but how do you do it?
I don't know.
OK, I can tell you it's not one of the most talked about things, but yes, the Levinson inquiry was all over the papers. After thousands of hours, hundreds of witnesses and millions of pounds, the Levinson inquiry came to one inescapable conclusion. Piers Morgan is a OK, fingers on buzzers, 2 more to get. Sean.
Is it the Jimmy Carr tax scandal?
On this show, it definitely would be, but not generally.
Is it the guy who jumped from space?
Oh, Felix Baumgartner.
No, an amazing thing. He was on the very, very edge of space, and he parachuted all the way to... Was it 26 miles?
23 miles, wasn't it?
23.
Very impressive.
It was
It's impressive. It's not the most extreme thing an Austrian's ever done, though, is it?
All he did was...
We should take a moment to remember all the animals that they tried with first.
Stop it.
You don't just do that, do you? I went outside my house weeks ago, and there was a little cat. I thought it'd been run over, and I went over, had a little red pull backpack on. Little pair of goggles on it, like that.
What's one of the interesting things is he is getting married, and I was thinking, imagine the job of organising his stag do. And he said to him, we're going paintballing. And he goes, paintballing? I want to go to the bloody centre of the earth.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there.
Well done.
Yes, daredevil Felix Baumgartner became the first human to break the sound barrier after free-falling from the edge of space. Red Bull backed some incredibly dangerous challenges. Their next project will be to sponsor John Terry to ride a float through the Notting Hill Carnival. OK, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. John.
Royals, a lot of royals.
Oh, nudie royals this year, aren't they?
Nudie royals? Well, nudie royals is definitely a big thing.
It's Kate Middleton.
The way they wrote it up in the French paper was like Kate was offering her breasts to the
Provençal sun.
Provençal sunshine.
So what's worse, her being photographed from the street, topless in the south of France, or Harry in a private hotel room in Vegas?
Well, what's worse is that he did it playing strip billiards.
I know.
What an arsehole. Nobody plays billiards. I like a bit of strip Kaplunk, don't get me wrong. That's a good guess. Kind of all or nothing.
Strip mousetrap is the crazy one.
Strip test cricket. 5 days just to get the vest off.
I think the royal nudies should be celebrated. I think they should bring out some commemorative stamps. Norks, Nadgers, Nips and Nunus. And you can collect the whole set.
If you've got ginger nuts, though, you go, I'm not licking that. What do you make of the royals? Do you like them?
I've seen them in a pub.
Where do you drink?
It was Harry and William, and we're just having a pleasant drink, and you could see them, and I was like, it's the royal family.
Were they roped off in any way?
No, they were surrounded by a couple of bodyguards and a few young people having a nice time, and then I just heard, watch me do the crab! And then Prince William, on my mother's life, may God strike me down now, just bust into the crab. I swear.
bodyguards all the time. Prince Harry's like a toddler, isn't he? He's like playing soldiers, and then you turn around, he's got no pants on, running around like, oh, look, he thinks he's a Nazi. Get the camera, he'll sleep tonight. He's
Let's have a look if Royal Nudes is up there. Yes, the royals were photographed in several compromising positions in 2012. Naked photos of Prince Harry were published following his trip to Vegas. You know what they say? What happens in Vegas stays in pages 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 of The Sun. So, those were the most talked about things over the past year. But in other news, in May, Andy Murray won his first Grand Slam. The Scots haven't celebrated that hard since discovering you could get drunk on hand sanitizer. And I hit the headlines in June. When I got the message the papers had been calling, I jumped into action, started hitting my laptop with a hammer and digging up the patio. And then I found out it was something about tax. So at the end of that round, Sean, Katherine and Stephen have 3 points. John, Mel and Mickey have 2 points. So next round is pick of the polls. Sean, Katherine and Stephen, your turn first. What do you like the look of?
Well, I think we have to pick the picture of Stephen here.
OK. So that's you playing Al Capone there in Boardwalk Empire. How did you get the part? Because there are actors in Chicago.
I know, it's a weird... To be honest with you, I'd done a film a few years ago called...
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York, yeah, with Martin Scorsese. And he said, I'll work with you again one day. So I was like, you know, you can't say that to me and not do it. And one day I was in the house, me and the missus just having a cup of tea, and the phone went. And I was like, hello, and he went, how you doing, kid? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm okay. Well, you working? I went, no, I'm not busy at the minute. Okay, I want you to play Al Capone. I went, okay, what? He went, yeah. I see, you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, okay. He said, I'll see you in a few weeks. And I went, and the missus went, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And I went,
it's incredible.
I think he wants me to play Al Capone.
It's one of, I mean, he's such a, you know, such a tough guy character. Here's your related question. Most women are more attracted to a geek than a tough guy. True or false? What do you think, Katherine?
I think we want the same thing men want. It's like a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. I want, like, a systems
Sorry, what was that we
analyst.
want? A lady in the streets?
You don't even know what you want. Men.
Men want... No, I think you've just nailed exactly what I want. I'm going to write it down. A lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets.
Yes.
I want the opposite.
Really?
I want someone that will go straight off to sleep and then be mental in the street. I want them now.
You're right, because men sort of want a woman who can cook and clean and look after the children. That's it, really.
Read the question, it's tough, guy. And here's why I think, right? Because if you are nice all the time, then the lady will notice when you are not nice. So if you bring a lady flowers every day and then one day you forget, she'll be like, where's my friggin' flowers?
Yeah.
If you're an arsehole, then all you've got to do is not be an arsehole for a day. And she's like, oh, Steve's really trying. I don't think he's stolen from my purse this week.
Every now and then I forget to tape Downton Abbey for my wife, just to let her know who's in charge.
I think the most important thing a woman wants in a man, you know, is where he puts towels. That seems to be an obsession.
So you guys know about the towel thing.
But I don't understand it. I don't understand why that's a particular... Every single woman I know, every single relationship I know about, that's an issue. Why a towel can cause so much pain and misery.
It's a sign... Oh, now I've become the woman in this relationship.
What do you mean
It's
now?
not about the towel, Sean. It's what the towel represents. Do you know what it says to me, Sean? You've got out of the shower and you thought, yeah, I'll let John get that towel.
What are you doing in my bathroom?
Picking your towels up, that's what I'm doing, young man. But no, the towel is just it's a very visible, wet, stinking gesture that says, don't care where that goes.
John, I'm not talking about leaving towels. No, I'm at a totally different level. I'm there, they're not in the right place. You just hang them up somewhere, but like a door. Just hang it over a door, like that. Like a little flag, like a symbol.
I'm not...
Sean's in that room, probably. Well, he's been in there recently.
I've made an effort. It's worse, though, hanging it on a door, because that says, I understand the process of hanging this up. I just choose to put it somewhere it's going to piss you off.
Let's get back to tough guys versus geeks. Let's take a look at an example of a tough guy, an example of a geek. OK, so we've got there Jason Statham, tough guy, and Brian Cox, who's kind of the geek's geek.
Oh, gimme Cox, definitely.
Yeah, but say...
Let's get some answers on this. So most women are more attracted to a geek than a tough guy. True or false? What are you going to go for?
I don't know. You're a lady. You decide.
I think a good woman is attracted to a geek. I think most women are attracted to a tough guy.
So you're going false. You're saying most women are attracted to a tough guy. What are you going to go for, John?
No, I think young women are attracted to tough men, but the minute they grow up a little bit and realise the mortgage has got to be paid, and, you know, the kids have got to be walked and all that, they come round and they go...
Kids have got to be walked? You know, like their pets.
Tried sending him out on his own, and he stops at the end of the path. And I go, go on. And he goes, I'm only 6, and I go... And he goes... I would say that most women go for the geeky guy eventually.
I think you're right, Mickey. John, what do you think?
I don't care what you think, because I'm a tough guy. It's false.
OK, I can tell you the answer is false. 56% of women are more attracted to tough guys. John Steve, what do you like the look of?
John. Cake.
OK.
Cake.
We would like the 3 differently toned cakes.
OK, here's a clip from the Great British Bake Off to illustrate your question.
Oh, hello.
This is your
It is.
strudel dough.
Yeah.
Made with plain flour,
Made with plain flour, much easier to roll out.
Hang on. Is that needed? Is that what you do?
No, that's not what I've been doing.
It's the speed that stretches it quicker, you see. It's decent dough.
Just so what you're grabbing it and twisting it.
Grab and twist,
Just
mate.
grab and twist and flick.
Yeah, try it.
Grab and twist, and then slap and
Right
toss.
over here. Hold it by the end and flick it. This is horrible. No, that looks really good so far that you can... Oh, Katherine! Oh, my God! Oh, it's so hairy. I am so sorry. Don't throw it away. It's really nice. We'll take the carpet out. Wrap it in foil and put it onto your salad.
It's got green carpet in it. I'm not serving Mary Berry green carpet.
Here's your related question.
Right.
Most people think cookery shows make it look too easy. True or false?
False.
False, Jimmy. Move on.
False.
Round 3.
Look, I'll tell you this, OK? In GBB03, Great British Bake Off 3, that's what we say.
Quicker, just to say it, I think, if you don't...
John, who did really, really well and actually won GBB03, he made the Colosseum, the Coloruddy-seum, out of gingerbread.
Have you tried to cook food in the real world?
Yes.
Let's talk it through.
OK.
First of all, you've got to go and buy it.
Yeah.
Then you've got to cut it up. Then you've got to cook it.
Yeah.
How is that easy? In what part of that? And then you've got to apologise to the people you served it to. You know, you look in the cupboard and you think, I don't have any of this shit in this book. Because I've got other stuff to get on with, you know. Oh, some capsicum seeds. What? Where? When? Most people in that cupboard have got a tin of fish or something, a tin of baked beans that have been sold to you, they were multi-pack only, but you let it slide. You know, it's just chaotic. You know, and you ain't got the pan that you need, you're trying to get the fish and cutting its head off, and then you're eating it with an hammer, and, you know, and you get the broccoli, and you're not allowed to sweep people's faces with it because they don't like it. All the time. What is in the hallway? A takeaway menu.
Very good. The Great British Bake Off is obviously an incredibly popular show, and apparently baking has become much more popular as a result of it.
Yeah.
I watched it all. Here's my favourite ever clip.
OK.
Let's be honest with you.
Your name will ring forever.
So, let's start with Marianne.
Sorry, can we take that away from there? Feels a bit disconcerting.
It's amazing. How?
That squirrel is a worldwide internet sensation now.
Is
The
it?
nuts.
Yeah, those nuts have been tweeted worldwide.
Yeah.
I wish I had a furry penis.
Because
whenever I felt the urge, very rarely, just sort of put my hand down there. It'd be nice if it was furry. You could just go, oh, and people say, you could do it on a train, for example. If I put my hand down my trousers on a train, people, what are you doing? You go, but if you say, no, look, it's furry. You go, oh, that's lovely, that. It's furry. And offering it to other people would be less sinister. Would you like to stroke this? It's furry.
Well, John, you do cookery shows in your home.
Yeah, sometimes, a little bit, on my own. That's the problem I have. I don't mind the cookery show, the cooking is fine. It's that bit at the end, what they make look easy is suddenly having loads of cool mates who turn up. Like, Jamie Oliver never finishes a flan without the doorbell going, oh, it's my mates who are in a band. We're just riding our mopeds down to the Grand Canyon where we're going to have a picnic. Like, I can finish a meal and just go, oh, there's nobody else here to see this. What a waste of 4 hours of my pissing life that was. Nigella's even worse. She comes down in the middle of the night and goes, hey, they're all upstairs, but I'm just eating flan at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'm still thin, even though I eat cake at midnight. But if you do that, you'll actually die, you fat bastard.
Yeah. So most people think cookery shows make it look too easy. True or false? What are you going to go for, Sean?
True.
You're going to go true? What do you think, John?
We think it's true.
You think it's true? OK, I can tell you the answer is true. 72% of people think cookery shows do make it look too easy. I have to admit, I've got a knack for cooking. A knack. She's from Hungary and she's an excellent cook. So at the end of that round, it's 5 points for Sean's team and 4 points for John's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Worst thing to have tattooed on your body?
Is it the time?
Have you got any tattoos?
Absolutely not.
No, would you be tempted?
I think the worst thing to have tattooed on your body is ink. No way.
I'm thinking of having one done.
Oh, well, you should definitely do it. Definitely. And go with the first thought you have. What would you get?
I want it under the wedding ring.
Under the wedding ring?
Yeah. I don't know, I think there's something quite romantic about that. Because there's a lot of pain involved in having it done there, apparently. Tattoos on fingers, very painful.
I saw this guy and he had the names of various girls he'd been out with on his arm and crossed out. So, to the latest one. And I thought, you remember at school when you used to learn about Henry VIII and his wives?
Yeah.
And it would say, Catherine Ryan divorced, Anne Boleyn beheaded, divorced.
Divorced, beheaded and died. Divorced, beheaded, survived.
Yes. Is that divorced, beheaded and died? It's quite good if you did that with your current girlfriend, the girlfriends of your life. You did that, so you'd have, the first one was, she emigrated to Australia, injunction, restraining order. Then it would be Derek, I was drunk.
Go on, now let's have a look at some tattoos. So, one very famously tattooed is David Beckham. Well, the mighty Wookiee Chewbacca seems to like it.
The sleeve ones are rank, this thing that's caught on for having a whole sleeve, because it'll spread to, there'll be trouser leg.
Yeah.
When I was growing up in the East End, you met the odd man who had a cobweb across his face.
Yes.
That's commitment. That means that, if I don't get that part in Spider-Man, I am in trouble.
I'm never sure about that, whether that's to be intimidating or they're just really scared of flies. They'll do anything. Got flies coming near them. He goes, whoa!
So it's someone from your past?
Your ex-partner.
That's the right answer. Yes, the worst thing to have tattooed on your body is your ex's name. If you're a parent and you're worried your child might get a tattoo, I've got a bit of advice for you. Bring them up better. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Mel and Mickey have 4 points. Sean, Katherine and Stephen are tonight's winners with 6 points. journalists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
It's Jimmy Carr. That's got the green. It's Katherine Ryan. And their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, don't go baking my heart. It's Richard Bacon. Newton Cobb. It's Penning Ben. And their team captain, John Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
And welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1/3 of people flushed the toilet while still sat on it, which I believe is known as a Manchester bidet. It takes the average person 7 minutes to fall asleep, although that can drop to under a minute if you're going out with John Richardson. Which you're not. No one is. Well, you go out with him then. And 25% of women have difficulty experiencing orgasms. They could try having a threesome with me and their more attractive sister. Might help, might not. I'm just saying, let's give it a go. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. John's team, what do you think the nation would be talking about?
The snow.
Oh, Gemma, straight in there.
Well, because it was like really changed all the colour of the country and stuff.
How do you mean it's changed the colour of the country? Is it quite insightful?
No, because when you look out your window, like obviously there's grass and there's grey buildings and like you drive through London, but when it snows, it's beautiful. So I think that's a hot topic to talk about.
That's good. It's a cold topic.
First reason why John doesn't have a girlfriend, that is.
In a continuing series, let's see how high we can get. There's my voice, that's number 2. Hello, number 3.
You know, I envy in the snow, in this weather. It's the only time of the year I envy dog walkers. Because I just think, oh, it'd be great, you know, when they have the dog has a crap and you've got something warm in your hand for a bit.
Have a look at this car. This is a driver that basically... He cleared his windscreen. How could he possibly have an accident when he's prepared that thoroughly?
That's not a cleared windscreen, that's a glory hole. I've seen holes like that in Louis Walsh's dressing room wall. Do you know what I did to de-ice my car? I'd boil like 3 kettles, and then when they were hot, just chuck one over it.
That can crack the window screen, though.
Excellent intervention from Gemma Carr.
Why?
Because you're putting boiling hot water on cold, so it can crack.
I can't believe we're getting science.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. We're doing a bit of science together. So hot water on cold, don't do it.
Yeah, because it will crack and shatter and it could be dangerous.
Because it expands too quickly, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was very busy. It was very busy, though. A friend of mine works in a puffer jacket factory. And he said they just can't kill the geese fast enough. He said, we're in there just... So they're just chucking grenades in there now.
Richard, you obviously think the snow is very dangerous because you're on a news radio channel.
And the news reports often say things like, they always say, only take an essential journey, don't take any non-essential journeys. And often the reporter saying that is in a tiny little village somewhere, and they'll have driven their quite big outside broadcast vehicle down a tiny little road into a village to tell you what you already know that it snowed.
And then they're telling you don't take non-essential journeys. Who's going out for a spin anymore?
Well, one person's essential journey isn't another's. For example, I consider it essential for me to drive around counting snowmen. Somebody's got to do that. You know, count the snowman, height. You know, I can't do the weight. That's tricky. Every time I see a snowman, I always think to myself, God, I must get round to building a snowman.
Why don't you stop driving around looking at them and use that time to build a snowman?
Or take one.
Get a van if there is one you really like with 2 coals for the eyes and carrot for the nose. Perfect.
Do they have a tradition of building snowmen in Germany?
Oh, we have got the finest snowman in the world.
Well, I want to ask about German snowmen. Do they put the coal underneath the carrot? That would look good, wouldn't it? That would look good. Get a bit of coal there.
Let's have a look and see if the snow is up there. Yes, Britain continues to be battered by freezing weather. Conditions in Birmingham were described as appalling, with no food on the shelves, schools shut and emergency services stretched to breaking point. And then it began to snow. Sean's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Prince Harry, I would say.
Yes. Prince Harry's finished his tour of duty.
It does make it sound like he's finished the game and gone on to Call of Duty 2.
Yeah. But you've made a documentary.
Oh, yeah, I have. It's on BBC Three on Monday night, and I went out to Camp Bastion to make a documentary about Prince Harry.
Right.
His time out there.
So do you hang out with Prince Harry? Or?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I did an interview with him. There was a slight technical reason why I couldn't. Sorry, what was the technical reason why you... Tell me, what's the technical reason? Have you got a thing about gingers? I just didn't... That's my way of saying I failed to secure an interview with Prince Harry. But I presented... so I've done a tour of Camp Bastion of what his life is like out there. And it is fascinating. And he, he's been heavily criticised this week for comparing killing members of the Taliban to playing computer games. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw people gave him a hard time about it. I think we're very squeamish about this, though, aren't we? He talked about killing the Taliban, and we sort of went, well, he's in the army, and we sent him over there. That's sort of his job, isn't it?
And we know he's in an Apache helicopter with a machine gun. What did they think he was doing? And it was, I suppose, in a way as well, it's a bit rich of the Taliban.
A bit rich of the Taliban. They won't like that bit. They will not like that. What does he say about us? What did he say about us?
You read a quote in the paper that says, oh, it's a bit stupid to compare a computer game to killing real people. And you go, yeah, that seems... And you go, oh, it's the Taliban. I think I agree with the Taliban. That is a new moment in your life. Well, maybe they're all right, you know. Maybe... you can't, I kill people, but, I'm good at computer games because of my thumbs.
I get where he's coming from, though.
You get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Gemma, tell us more.
I tell you for why, because when you play a computer game, you go into another zone.
Yeah.
And when he went to the war, he just applied his skill on the Game Gear or whatever to the war. So when he was, say, like, in combat in the computer game, he put himself back in that headspace when he was, like, really fighting people.
Knees and toes. Knees and toes.
I get where he's coming from.
Yeah. I'll give you the actual quote from Prince Harry. He said he admitted killing Taliban members, saying, if there's people trying to do bad stuff, then we'll take them out of the game. We have to take a life to save a life.
He talks like a Premier League footballer there. Yeah, Afghanistan, always a difficult place to go. We knew we had to dig in deep, so I'm just pleased I was given a gun. And that's what it's all about at this level. Next Saturday, Ipswich.
He has been prepared, though. Like, no wonder Prince Harry's killing Taliban. Look at his entire life. Murdering the dance floor, slaying babes every night, carnage. That's who he is.
But why is there a war there? Because they've caught Osama bin Laden.
Good question.
They've caught Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
So what are they fighting for now?
Basically, the Taliban don't like fun.
No. It's at war with Afghanistan because they've got loads of grit. And that is what Britain needs every winter. Doesn't have enough grit, and that is why Britain is in Afghanistan getting all the grit.
I just think think it's all a waste of money. Like, you know, these wars cost money and stuff, surely.
They do. It's a waste of money.
It's
You're
a
the people
waste-
that gave us vajazzles. Let's not start.
All right, then, I'll let you off.
Let's have a look and see whether Prince Harry is up there. Yes, indeed. Prince Harry has returned from Afghanistan. No one's quite sure what Prince Harry's going to do next, but he's served in the army and his mum died when he was young, so he could go a long way on X Factor. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing still to get.
Is it the smell that came over from France? The smell in the week was released and it came directly across. Did people not know about this?
Yeah, I knew about it. Sorry, Jimmy, what was it? What did it smell of?
Well, it's apparently it smells of sweat, garlic and rotten eggs. According to reports, it's called Mercaptan.
Mercaptan, and it came from a French factory, didn't it? And then it wafted over...
It wafted over the channel.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's impossible to comment on this without being anti-French. So why try? Yeah. You know it must be bad when even the French notice the smell.
Well, I think...
Could you smell this in Essex?
No. We would not have come out of our houses if we'd have smelt it.
But then equally, I think the bigger debate is, what if you were a village sort of 5 miles away and you knew you could smell it in the other village but not in yours? Would you drive to smell it?
You know who you are? My sister had a boyfriend who would purposely go in the loo after she'd been in there and be like, yeah. And she was like, don't go in, don't go in. And he was like, I'm not, I'm just getting hand towels.
It wasn't me, can
And
we
you.
just say? Can we just clear that out? I think it was glad to see, because they were calling it Le Pong. It's nice to see Pong getting a bit of work without Ping piggybacking on it. Because Ping got the big microwave contract about 20 years ago. Poor old Pong's like, you're off out again? Yeah, I'm doing the microwave gig. I'll just wait until someone plays that game from the bloody 70s again. Poor old Pong.
The thing that is concerning, like, everyone's going on about the smell, but what if there is some bad stuff in that gas that has got into our bodies if you did breathe it in and it's like eating our organs and you don't know it?
Could be melting our brains.
It could be, it could be. People my age don't really watch the news because they find it boring.
How old are you?
32. Every night sometimes I go on YouTube and I came across this guy, right, called David Icke.
Yes.
And I've been watching him and he's really
Well,
like...
this explains a lot.
You're his target audience, Gemma.
Am I?
Yes, you are exactly the sort of person he's trying to reach.
He is fascinating. He has said Beyonce isn't real. But and basically, we are all run by aliens. Like, there's aliens living amongst us in this country, like reptiles, which... See, why do you know to do that? Why do you know? He says that. David Icke says they pull off their... he shows it on the thing.
They pull off their faces?
Yeah.
Well, I imagine when you take the fake tan off, it looks different.
Yeah. Why should we just believe that this gas has just come? Why did it come? What is it doing to us?
You sound like you've just smoked your first joint.
I haven't.
Well, I can tell you the French gas leak is not one of the most talked about things this week. But after extensive investigation, the cause of the foul odour was narrowed down to two possible sources: everything in France or everyone in France. OK, fingers up buzzers, one more thing to get. Go ahead.
Is it the fact that everyone in the world's a lizard? I assume so, because I didn't know until this evening. I'm only learning this now.
Have you ever watched a lizard? Have you ever watched a lizard? There's no way lizards could take over the world because they're so fucking slow. They got this. You could edit a bit of this out, but I'm going to stay here for a few minutes.
OK, let's go on to the next thing.
I'm doing the thing.
Stop being a lizard.
How is that lizard going to take over the world, Gemma? Can he operate
he's not
a gun?
a real one. He's not a real one.
Jimmy. He's right.
John's team.
The referendum.
Oh, well.
There's this bloke called David Cameron. There's this referendum's come about, and we've got to sort it out. And this is where I'll come to you. Because I know what the word is, but I don't know really what a referendum is.
It's like getting your news in Braille and you're wearing gloves.
They're saying we're going to have a referendum, which is a vote on whether we're in or out of Europe. That's what David
that's what it was about.
saying.
Yeah, I know now.
That's it, yeah.
I think what we're proving here is that there should not be a referendum on Europe.
Cameron says that the British people should have their say. No, when the British people vote, they keep Rylan and Spidey in. You don't want to do that.
I mean, that whole nonsense debate here in Britain, if Britain is in Europe or not, what a nonsensical debate. To anyone who thinks that Britain isn't in Europe, you can smell France. And don't even get me started on that Scottish independence. We don't need more country in Europe, we need fewer countries in Europe, and they all need to speak with one voice.
Which is
German. We have to understand, like Germany versus Britain, Italy versus France, we all hate the Dutch. Yes, of course we all hate the Dutch. They're horrible. That's not a point I'm trying to make.
No, we like the Dutch.
No, they're awful.
We like the Dutch.
No, they're absolutely awful.
We hate the Germans. We don't...
Let's have a look and see whether Cameron talking about the EU is up there. Yes, David Cameron has promised an in-out referendum on Europe. France and Germany have said Britain can't pick and choose its terms with Europe. There are just two things you need to remember, France and Germany: World War I and World War II.
Well, third time lucky.
They'll do it again. They will. They'll do it again, won't you? They'll do it again.
We're really up for it.
So this is what it's like if you listen to radio in German and you can understand German. This is what they're saying all the time on the radio. When you're in Germany, I don't know what they're saying, but it's just stuff like this. It's just they're just shouting it to each other. Yes, this time we will do it.
It's a bit like England before any World Cup.
At the end of that round, Sean, Henning and Richard have 1 point. John, Gemma and Katherine have 2. So our next round is Pick of the Polls. John, Gemma, Katherine, pick a question.
Let's have Silvio Berlusconi.
OK. This week it was reported that 76-year-old billionaire and former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi is suing a magazine for photographing him with a harem of beautiful young women. So we asked our studio audience, do you find powerful people more attractive, yes or no?
Yes. You know that book, 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
The guy
Mainly
that was in it was a very powerful, like, he did turn out to be a weirdo, but he was really powerful, and he had that hold over that woman, and it just shows you that women do like that sort of thing.
Wasn't so much a hold as a clamp.
Yeah. You've got a bloke that, like, just ain't powerful, you just don't want him.
No, yes, I do.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I want someone who's at the end of his rope. Someone who's got no more to lose than he already has. I want someone grateful.
What about you, John? Do you like a powerful woman?
Well, I was so sure you were going to say powerful man then. Yeah. Power, just for power's sake, is boring, isn't it? If they're powerful because they've done something, like a rhino is powerful.
Rhinos don't do anything.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't shag a rhino. If a rhino had done something amazing...
You would then shag it?
Well...
The way I understand it is that they always say women like nothing better than a man that makes them laugh. It's just an absolute shame that women find nothing funnier than £1 million in the bank.
What about you, Richard? What do you think?
Well, there are people who are powerful who are attractive as well. So Barack Obama is... he is also attractive.
Thought you were going to pick a woman.
Yeah.
Some people used to find Margaret Thatcher attractive, didn't they? certain
Oh,
people.
yeah. I look at her, I think, war. I would fuck her like she would fuck a northern town. So the question is, do you find powerful people more attractive? Yes or no? We asked our studio audience. What do you think they said, Sean?
I think they said, nah.
OK, what do you think, John?
Yeah, obvious, yes. Fact, 100%.
OK, you're going yes. I can tell you the answer is yes. 53% of our studio audience do find powerful people more attractive. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your question. Best thing about living with your parents?
Oh, it's washing them, isn't it? Well, the age my parents are at. It's getting up in the morning and giving them a good wash. It's like, you know, it's like the elephants in the zoo. I just stand them on the end of the table. I get hose, I scrubbing them all down.
How big are your parents?
Also, if you live with your parents, you can keep tabs on your inheritance, can't you? So, you don't need to have an evening meal. You had a big lunch. You don't need a new carpet. It's fine. Just take
Eating
glasses
on
off.
Bonacada, you'll be fine.
No, don't spend that. Well, this is mine.
Also, another one is you don't need to make up lies on how well you're doing, because they know you're a failure.
Katherine, how old were you when you moved out?
18.
18, and you
Yes.
never went back?
I never went back. I came to the UK by myself, and I'm a working foreign single mom.
Whoa. There's no need for a round of applause there. The Daily Mail want her out. What age were you when you moved out?
31.
You moved out last year?
Yeah, they started putting the news on.
No, right, the best thing...
You moved out last year?
Well, the best thing about living at home with my mum and dad was I used to ring them from the bedroom and say, can you put the kettle on, and stuff like that. And I know it sounds really bad, but we are from Essex, and that's what you do there.
But what if you, in that paper when you get back, because I think the hardest thing would be making excuses. If you want to bring someone back and you live with your parents and you've got to pretend they're like your housemates.
Just do it in your front room.
I moved in here quite young, yeah.
Hang on a second.
Hello.
Just do it in the front room?
If your mum and dad are upstairs, just take them in the front room.
Just take him in the front room. What a lovely thought.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I know I'm usually upstairs and you're down, but I'm downstairs shagging and I am gasping.
Best thing about living with your parents? So what do you think?
It's cheap.
That is the correct answer. Give you that. Yes, the best thing about living with your parents is not having to pay bills. Just because you live with your parents doesn't mean you can't have a life. My mate lives with his parents and he got lucky the other night. Crispy pancakes for tea. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Henning and Richard have 1 point. John, Gemma and Katherine have 4 points. They're tonight's winners. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut on Tuesday. That's it from us. Good night.
Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, the one and only Alex Jones. As easy as D.O.D., it's David O'Doherty and their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, all wrapped up, it's Tintry Strider. That's the way to do it. It's Katherine Ryan and their team captain, John Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut, a show all about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1.5 million Britons would like to be buried with their mobile phone? And if you answer it when you're sitting behind me in the cinema, you will be. 1 in 20 people have held a party for their cat's birthday. Even the cat's thinking, this is a bit tragic. And 22% of nightclub hookups are one-night stands. Yeah, who would have thought the guy you tugged off in a toilet cubicle 2 minutes after meeting him in Hollywood's nightclub Romford wouldn't turn out to be the love of your life? But if you are watching, Darren, call me. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It was Halloween this week, so tonight our panellists' job is to guess the top 3 things people are scared of. John's team, what do you think scares people?
My attempts at being intimate.
Aw, don't put yourself down.
I'm not going to put myself down, but I'm just going to tranquilise myself.
Your attempts at being intimate?
Well, if I'm sexy with people, I find it frightening.
Could you just, give me a demo and I'll tell you whether I think it's frightening. Give us a little demo. Yeah, Alex is right there. Give her a demo.
I don't mind. Go on.
It's the tongue, innit? It's the tongue. I've got too powerful a tongue. I was born with it. What am I going to do? But I don't think it is me. What are you scared of? I'm not scared.
Well, see, I say this with trepidation.
What are you scared of?
Ghosts.
You're scared of ghosts? Because last time you were on the show, you spoke about ghosts, because you've seen a ghost.
Yes.
Have you seen anything since you were last on the show?
No, but I have seen 3. So don't play it down. I mean, there's 3.
You've seen... Yes, you think you've seen 3?
I don't want to be one of these people who sees ghosts.
No, and there's medication you can take to stop it. But if you forget to take it, you will see them. That's...
Yeah.
Has anyone else seen ghosts? Have you seen it? You believe in the paranormal?
I haven't seen ghosts, but I'm kind of scared of ghosts. Yeah, because I'm just scared.
Well, you are little.
I know, I got something about when I was younger. You know what? Let me cut the story short. I'm just scared.
I think there's a happy medium between a really long story that goes on too long. I mean, really, that's just a bullet point there, I feel. Give us a bit more. When you were young...
That's it. There's no story. I'm just scared of ghosts. Yeah. Like, actually, not every ghost. Casper was all right.
Yeah, Casper was a friendly ghost.
Yeah.
Are you scared of ghosts, Catherine?
Absolutely not. And I promise you, ghosts are more afraid of you than you are of them.
They're more scared of you than you are of them. I think that's spiders, isn't it?
Oh, spider ghost, spider ghost, spider ghost.
Do you know, Naomi Watts said that the ghost of Princess Diana visited her and gave her permission to make the film Diana. But I feel like if Diana came back, she'd be straight into Kate Middleton, like, fill your knickers with jewels and run.
She should have that on a crest. Sean, were you scared of ghosts? You seem like a very level-headed man, but...
No, I'm not. But what's the point? Yeah. But no, obviously there's no such thing as ghosts.
Whoa.
I tempt all the ghosts, all the demons, all the spirits, all the dark forces of the underworld. I tempt you now. Do your worst. Visit on me the 7 circles of hell. Visit me with your...
Do you mind doing this when we're not here?
Tinchi is scared. He's been through this.
I think it's a bit much asking for a ghost, Sean, to appear on a TV show. There's certain scenarios in which you tend not to get a lot of ghosts. You know, you don't tend to get ghosts, say, in Argos. You never heard, the blue pens were all just flying. A number came up and I went to get the electric blanket and it wasn't ready yet.
I hope there are ghosts.
There are.
Well, all right then.
Well, good news for you, Jimmy.
I would like to come back as a ghost.
No, you wouldn't.
You and I are having troubles.
You would be.
He'd be the most mundane ghost ever. Well, that surface could get slippy. Better dry it.
No, you'd be a friendly cardigan wearing.
I was going to be, but I think I know someone who's getting haunted.
Well, I can tell you, ghosts are not one of the scariest things. But if you see a ghost, there are 3 things you must do immediately. Number 1, put down that drink. 2, turn the lights on. And 3, stop making things up. What?
No!
Wow. A little bit. OK, other scary things. Sean's team, what scares you?
Oh, Primark on a Saturday. and the biting and the blood. If you ever want to know what it's like to just have a true nightmare, drink a 2-liter bottle of Coke, just stand in the middle of a Primark. Your heart will be racing, and you'll never be afraid of ghosts again. It'll toughen you up.
Don't
make
go
you
there,
a man.
Gigi. Don't go,
I don't think so.
They'll take you to the place where they take all the children that have lost their parents. You'll be waiting there for ages. So it's not Primark on a Saturday morning. What
Horror
else do you think?
films, is it? People are scared of horror films. People go and see horror films deliberately to get scared.
Yeah, well, I like a horror film. Do you like a horror film?
Not particularly, no.
I can see there's one good reason for horror films is it's an opportunity for intimacy between sort of teenagers, you know, and it's ideal because, you know, if you take someone to see Saw 2, anything you do to them afterwards seems like a treat. One reason for it.
Finchie, do you watch horror films?
Not really, you know. No, I don't watch
Not your thing?
Nah, not my thing. I guess you can work out why I don't watch it.
Why don't... No, I'll ask. Why don't you watch horror films?
I'm scared. Simple as that, really. No, I don't really watch horror films. If it's on and I'm with people that are watching it, I'll watch it. But, like, I don't want to be scared for.
I sometimes admire the plumbing. You know, like they turn on the taps and blood comes out. You go, that's pretty good, isn't it? Or a shower and all blood comes out of the shower, or they've got a blood jacuzzi. Yeah, I think that's quite a lot of plumbing's gone in there. The plumber's gone in there.
Do you watch horror films? John?
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, I love it.
No, you don't.
Oh, I love it. It's nice to be scared because then when it ends, that's the thing. You're scared and then it ends. You think, oh, well, at least my balls aren't getting electrified.
That's not a horror film.
But if 8 out of 10 Cats was a horror film, I would be the one stumbling through the woods crying. Running away. I've worked out what it would be. Sean would be that you'd be the one I was running away from. I would find your house, think you were the nice guy, but then you turn out to be worse than him.
I can't believe he's totally figured this out.
And I was chasing you to warn you about Jimmy. That's the reason I was going, Dan! Dan!
OK, Alex, you watch horror films?
No, because 2 have put me off.
Which 2?
The first one would be Candyman.
Candyman's amazing.
But the other one, when I was really, really young, I watched this film about these kids. They were out on a boat on a lake, and then one by one they'd disappear, and you wouldn't see them. And the song was, dance, dance, forever, na, 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 na. Can't listen to that anymore.
The Harvest Festival's tough for you, isn't it?
You sure it wasn't just Riverdance? They were just disappearing off the side of the stage.
But it was horrible.
So they're on a boat and then they, fall off?
Well, I don't know. They just disappear.
Jaws.
I mean, I was about 8.
Yeah, Jaws is...
It wasn't Jaws, because there was no bloody shark.
If it's a lake, it's a coarse water version of Jaws. Trout.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, horror movies. I often watch horror films hiding behind the sofa, so my neighbours don't know I'm there. OK, fingers on buzzers, 2 more things still to get. What do you think?
People are scared of going to the dentist, aren't they? I know you're not, but some people are.
I was wondering about your teeth. Do you have are these for best, those teeth? Do you have a set for just wearing at home?
Yeah, these are for special, these are for best.
There's your best teeth.
Do you know, I'm upset, Mr. Carr, because Cheryl Cole was voted best smile in this country. And I feel like you deserved that.
I don't know if she's got the best smile. I think Ryland has got the best smile. Yeah, take a look at Ryland.
Is that real?
Yeah, Armitage Shanks did his. That's incredible. That's...
Is that genuine? His teeth?
Those are his teeth, yeah. OK, so, Katherine, you recently tweeted that you were quoted £6,000 to straighten your teeth. Let's have a look at the tweet. I can't see what they would have done. They're fine.
Well, if I had 6,000 pounds, I'd sort out my willy finger syndrome, because...
Oh, yeah, you have got a touch of the willy fingers there, haven't you?
Each one of my fingers looks like a small penis.
Not that small.
I had to get a brace the year before last I got punched in the face in a Chinese takeaway. Yeah. There was a drunk man in, and he was being racist to the man behind the counter, and so that does not happen when the D-man's around.
Sure, the enforcer.
I told him to shut up, and so he swung, but he was so drunk, he went that way and fell over that way, and so I stepped back, and then he went that way, and he fell that way, and, like, this could have gone on for hours. But the man behind the counter, the victim, just looked up, had missed what had gone on before, and just saw two pricks fighting, and he jumped over the counter and punched me in the face. It knocked that tooth back 1/4 of an inch.
That's a good dental story, but not the best dental story. This is the best dental story. Last year, a dentist in Poland was treating her ex-boyfriend for toothache after he dumped her. She knocked him unconscious, knocked him out with the drugs, and then she removed all 32 of his teeth.
Whoa.
I imagine he said, Tinchy, are you scared of the dentist?
No, I'm not. That's one thing I'm not scared of.
Yay! We found it! OK, let's see if going to the dentist is in our top 3. Yes, going to the dentist. When I was a kid, I was scared of the dentist. He was a paedophile. Fingers on buzzers?
Flying. People are scared of flying, aren't they? Because you might die. What amazes me about people who are scared of flying, they always go, oh, yeah, but the odds of dying in a plane crash are like 1,000,000 to 1. You go, yeah, I'm scared of being the one. And it looks, if you're going to die in a plane, I'd rather die. You know, they made it look in the 70s. Like, people used to turn up at the airport, like, 5 minutes before the flight with a martini and, like, get on smoking a fag and shit on the floor. It looks amazing. Yeah, start the bloody plane. Do you want a martini, pilot? Yeah, I'll have a bloody martini. I'll see you in Jamaica.
OK, a recent report revealed that 1 in 6 pilots have flown planes in which both pilots fell asleep at the same time.
You know there's a problem when you're hoping to get hijacked just so someone is awake in the cockpit.
You need to be awake for the whole of the thing?
No.
I feel that way about motorways. Like, if it's the M1, that's really straight. You've got cruise control, and there's a little buzzer that comes on if you're too close to the car in front. Just have a nap.
I kind of disagree.
Well, it's a real different perspective, thank you. Alex, what do you like on a plane? How do you pass the time on a plane?
I'm quite good because my boyfriend, he's Kiwi.
I thought you were in there too. I felt the vibes. I thought if anything...
Go on, Alex, go on.
You do remind me a bit of him.
Well, I'm not alone in thinking, Alex, you could do better.
So he's a Kiwi, so we've got to go quite a long way on a plane quite often. So what I do, I book an airline that has Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And then I tell myself, you will not get off this plane until you get $1 million, which takes me quite a while.
I would imagine,
so that keeps me occupied for the entire flight.
I feel that I would be scared of flying if I thought for a moment about how, in the name of Jesus, planes stay up there. But instead, I put it on the long list of modern things that I have no idea how they work. Phones, computers, wheelbarrows, like... Shazam! Like, take, you know the thing on your phone that can identify a lot of songs? How does that possibly... Like, people say algorithms, but yeah, what is it? It needs to be a thing. It needs to be like a wizard in a cave, the Lemon and the Virgin, or something like that, you know?
Well, I can tell you, flying is not up there, but it's very important to listen to the safety announcement, because otherwise you won't know where your whistle is when you hit the Pyrenees at 700 miles an hour. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing still to get.
Death.
Death.
People are generally scared of dying, aren't they?
Are you scared of dying, Sean?
Well, I'm getting older, so it's become more of a, pressing concern.
Well, how would you like to go?
Muffled by flesh.
I'd like to be cremated and then made into pencils. When I'm dead.
Is there lead in you?
Stick around, baby, you might just find out.
Carbon, isn't it? Carbon for pencils. Graphite, that could be a carbon pencil. I think it'd be a good way of teaching kids to be more careful with their writing if, say, their pencils were made out of, like, dead relatives, if they made a mistake and had to rub it out, you're rubbing a loved one off the face of the earth forever. Yeah. Whereas if you don't make a spelling mistake, then you've turned Grandad into a lovely poem.
You really understand the mind of a child, don't you?
I think the thing about death, I mean, it's a scary thing for lots of people, but I think the idea of your own mortality can make you kind of do things in life. So take a look at this.
Okay, so there's a truck getting towed, and it looks like it's coming at us, and my wife's asleep. So we're gonna see if we can scare her. Babe, wake up, there's a truck coming!
That is good.
Tinchy, if you had to die, how would you like to die? Have you got any idea?
If I had to die, I don't know, maybe on a plane.
On a plane? It's very few people's first choice. It's interesting.
On a plane, you know, like when you're going down, I feel like you're just like, I don't know, it's like a roller coaster ride.
I suppose right until the impact, it's pretty good.
I've had a near-death experience on a plane.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's flying to America, and they had a problem with one of the engines, and people started getting very nervous and edgy, and then the other engine packed up, and the plane was plummeting towards the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and there was just panic, pandemonium on the plane. And I remember, for some reason, it was quite interesting, because I realised I wasn't actually that, but I was quite calm, I was quite composed. I was a bit pissed off to turn the film off. And there's a little old lady sitting next to me, and she was in a terrible state, and I felt responsible, and I was very calm. She was just, and I took her hand, and I brought it down onto the armrest, and I just looked her in the eye, and I said, "Fuck you, old lady! We're gonna die!"
Let's see if death is up there. Of course it is. The most frightening thing. Yes, the top thing people are scared of is death. Personally, I'd like to die as I lived, charging each funeral goer £25 plus booking fee. So at the end of that round, John's team have 1 point, Sean's team have 2 points. Our next round is pick of the poll. Sean, Katherine, Tinchy, pick a question.
Well, I have a picture of Tinchy.
OK, you've chosen Tinchy. Here's a clip made by an American preacher to illustrate your question.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. He's a life changer, miracle arranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger, and he died for your sins. Now I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust a rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
If another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak, I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek.
If you hate drugs and you think you're cool, you need to come to Sunday school. Put those drugs in a garbage can. Stand up tall, you're a Christian man. Word up. I'm freestyle.
Hit me.
Tinchy, what do you make of that?
It was all right. It was trying. I like how they was putting some words together, but they just had the rhythm wasn't there. Like, it's like, you know, loosen up a bit, man. Have fun with it. I like the bit about turn the cheek.
Yeah, that was the sexiest bit, I felt. So here's your related question. Most people think rapping is harder than singing. True or false?
I rap, so I'll say singing is harder because I can't sing, and I think rapping is easy. Have you ever tried rapping?
I've never tried rapping because it would be the worst thing in the world.
I think you should try as in now.
I would say that is about as likely as me getting my balls out. Go on, teach Katherine how to rap. Katherine, can you...
I could rap you a love song.
All right, lyrics. First of all, let's make it simple. If you say, like, 1 line, that's a bar.
Yeah.
2 lines, so... To make it easy, let's do 4 bars for you.
Okay.
And you say you want to talk about love.
Yeah, I want to talk about you and me.
Oh, you're in love?
Yes.
Now tell me had deep you're in love.
Okay, like I'll talk about me. I'll be like,
Try and rhyme it as well, that might help.
I'm the big white girl from Canada, chilling with Tinchy, yeah, that's the star of the hood. Maybe this is where our love begins.
Oh.
After the show, you take me back round the beans. Yeah, you don't gotta do a lot of being drama. Just say the word, I'll be your baby mama.
Oh, wow.
John, do you sing? I've never heard you sing.
No, but you've never seen me do a lot of things I do. I sing, yeah, I sing. Mostly musicals.
Oh, I like musicals.
Yeah.
Which one?
Phantom.
Lovely.
Love a bit of Phantom. Cats, obviously. Ironically, I don't like cats.
David, you do a fair bit of singing.
Yeah, I do. I think when I try to sing, it's so bad, it comes across as just talking, really. And talking with a beat is pretty much my rap. So I'm trying to think of... They call me David O'Doherty because it's on my birth certificate. 18-12-7-5 at 8:15. Youngest of 3, 7 years to the last. Was I planned? I don't know. I've never asked.
Was I planned? I never asked is the end of that.
The tragedy of that is that I was born on the 18th of the 12th, so therefore I was conceived on the 17th or the 18th of the 3rd, the 17th of the 3rd being Patrick's night. So that would answer that question, pretty much. And raise the horrific image of my mother in a green afro wig going, go on, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
OK, so what do you think's harder, rapping or singing?
I think obviously rapping, because you got to write it and do it, whereas singers, they just sing other people's songs, don't they?
Some singers. Some people write their own songs.
Yeah.
What's your favourite song? Can you sing as well?
Summer breeze!
Make me feel fair!
Voice of an angel. Wonderful. There's a tear. There's a tear.
Yeah, I think I got my next
beautiful.
feature. Yeah.
So you're going.
You know what? Really, I'm just saying singing because I rap and I find it easy.
You're being humble.
I'm being humble, but really.
OK, we'll say no. We say rapping's harder.
You're saying rapping's harder. John, what are you going to go for? What have you done?
Something just flew in my fucking ear, Jimmy.
Ghost! It's a ghost.
Ghost spider!
Maybe the ghost fly was escaping. Ghost spider. OK, what are you going to say, rapping or singing?
Singing is harder.
Yeah.
OK, you're saying singing, you're saying rapping. I can tell you it was close, but the answer is false. Only 47% of people think rapping is harder than singing. You got a point. My problem with rap music is it tends to disrespect bitches and hoes. The trouble with rapping is you have to lizzle a whole new vocabulary. Right, let's get on with the quizzle. So at the end of that round, it's 2 points for Sean Steam and 2 points for John Steam. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Most romantic gesture. What's the most romantic thing anyone's ever done for you, Alex?
Taking me to Chicken Cottage. I did read about a man
Go on.
who took his fiancée to a hotel, and the plan was he was going to propose to this lovely girl. And so in the morning, he opened the curtains, and a year before, he'd planted these daffodils, and the daffodil spelt, "Will you marry me?"
But imagine if there'd have been a mole he didn't know about, and he'd eaten loads of the bulbs. And then when she pulled the curtains out, it just said, Willie... me. Willie me. You went, ah, those bloody moles!
What's the most romantic thing you've ever done, Tinchy?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not really romantic like that. I kind of try and, you know, the whining and dining and all that. I skip that, go straight to the point.
Katherine, what's the most romantic thing anyone's ever done for you?
Well, I used to think cooking was really romantic till I saw how it turned out for the guy on Breaking Bad. My current boyfriend's very romantic.
Right.
But it's wasted on me. I'm a bit of a man.
What?
Yeah.
What, mate? Hey.
John, are you a romantic guy?
I will sometimes, for my girlfriend, I will not deliberately piss her off all day. That's quite romantic. But I'll do a thing if she says something like, can you turn it up a bit? I'll go, I'll turn you up a bit. And I will literally do that for every sentence she says. And sometimes I don't do that, because I'm a good guy.
I need to learn from you.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, he's like Mr. Miyagi, yeah, sure.
Who's Mr. Miyagi?
Mr. Miyagi, you know, from the Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
No, I've never seen that.
You've never seen the Karate Kid?
It's been on, but I haven't really watched it.
So you're in a room, the Karate Kid's on, but you look the other way. OK, David, most romantic thing you've ever done?
Fart the music from Sonic the Hedgehog.
No way, the whole thing?
Well, certainly it sounded like the start of it, but we both just went, that was the Sonic the Hedgehog music!
What was that second bit?
Was
that you making out with someone?
Yeah.
Can we have that again? Because we want to learn.
Well, there's two classic sorts of making out. There's this.
Oh, that was like Hannibal Lecter.
I opted for the other one, which is this.
Your tongue really flicks. It's got good tongues, actually.
Maybe it's brush your tongue. No, sometimes you brush your teeth, you brush your tongue as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just out of decency.
You're not meant to do that all the time?
Well, I don't.
Oh.
I don't until it looks like a sort of carpet in a in a car rental showroom. Car rental place, when it looks like that, there's that sort of olive green carpet you get. Yeah, I think I better brush it now.
You can go too far. I mean, too romantic is weird. I once wrote a girl's name all through an exercise book and sent it to her. I thought it was romantic. It showed devotion and grammatical accuracy.
But too much romance, it can be a bit wet.
So what's the line? What crosses the line for you?
Take somebody out for a meal, great.
Perfect.
Write their name on every page of an exercise book, over the line. So hopefully you're the right side of the line now.
I've zigzagged
that. You've got a girlfriend. Good.
I know, and I've learnt not to be romantic. So that's it. Sometimes I'll throw a wet tea bag at her head, just so she knows.
OK, I'll give you a clue. It's something you might invite someone around for?
Cooking a nice meal.
That's the right answer. Yes, the most romantic gesture is cooking someone dinner. I cooked for my girlfriend last night. She said it was the best lasagna she'd ever tasted, which I think means it was the worst apple crumble ever made. Next one. Top thing that makes British people angry. What do you think?
It strikes me as a visitor to this country, the things that annoy people are very often not the big things like the breakup of the NHS or bankers' bonuses, like apostrophes in the wrong place. So it's probably that was the final straw in 1939. It wasn't the takeover of Poland by Hitler. It was like, he spelt Nazis with an apostrophe. Oh, let's get him.
What makes you angry?
What makes me angry? When I'm driving, then we come to like a zebra crossing and like someone feels like because of zebra crossing, although I'll stop for you, but say thanks because I don't have to stop.
You do. Yes, you do. Yeah. Yeah, no, you do. Yeah.
I know. You do legally, you do.
Yeah, legally you do, but I really don't. I'm in a car. You're on your feet. Like, if I didn't stop, what were you gonna do?
I absolutely get that because when you're driving, because all it requires is it's just the eyebrow raise. It's just
that's it. Like some people look as if like they look at me like, oh, you
don't do the eyebrow raise on a zebra crossing?
No, you're meant to stop. You're meant to be considerate of pedestrians, people who are softer than you. You're in a big metal box. And I'm meant to say thank you for not killing me. No, that's basic standards. That's like saying thank you to somebody for not stabbing you in the head while you're walking down the street. Thanks for not punching me in the face. Thanks for not pushing me in front of that train. You spend your whole life thanking people for not doing something insane, which would be running you over. In fact, I'd be more likely to just go, ah. I don't do that because there's a lot of hard people driving who get out of their cars and beat the crap out of you. But really...
You've had a bit of luck if it's Tinchy, really.
Yeah. You don't know.
You never know.
Yeah. You know, don't underestimate anybody. Especially me! Yeah. Oh. You came so close, Jimmy.
What do you think? What makes you angry? John, you seem like a pretty easygoing guy. I can't imagine you get upset by much.
Getting run over by rappers. It's not having anything to get angry about, isn't it? It's nice to get angry. That's why we read papers in the morning. So before we've even finished our toast, we go, look at the state of that!
What were you looking at?
Stacey from Warwick. Ill-thought-out views on Britain's membership of the EU. Fair enough, have an opinion, but put your clothes on and then we can talk about it.
OK, Alex, have any guests on the One Show annoyed you?
There's been about 4.
Let's name them. Come on, let's
How
go
about
down.
no?
One Direction.
No, they're all right.
Lovely.
Yeah, I mean, they've got about literally 115 people with them, choosing which ripped vest they're going to put on. But they're all right.
They always make the right choice.
Yeah. You can't get it wrong, really, can you?
Well, no, I mean...
Whatever you put on those guys, it's just great. Whatever you're doing, guys, just keep doing it.
Go on, back to the annoying guests.
Bruce Willis was rubbish on the One Show.
Oh, Bruce.
You sound like you've broken up with him. Oh, Bruce.
I would have if we were together after that. He just was a bit... He didn't know it was live, for a start.
You could have told him.
And then I did. I did. In the first VT, I said, listen, Bruce, this isn't going that well. You're going to have to speak.
To be fair, it's a difficult gig for him to get up for, I imagine. If he's come off the back of, like, a Hollywood film where he's blowing up helicopters, and he's got to come off the back of a Giles Brandreth documentary about maggots.
I'll tell you what, something really does annoy me is when you go into a jeweller's and they're selling loads of clocks and they're all different times. Yeah. Thinking, you're trying to sell me these clocks and you can't even be bothered to get them on the right time. Why would I buy a clock from you that isn't showing me the right time? That's all I want from a clock, is that it tells me the frigging time, and you want to sell it to me, you want to charge me money, and you can't be bothered to go like that. You've got a bloody nerve trying to sell me clocks, and you can't even prove it's not a clock. If it's not the right time, it's not a clock. It's just some numbers. It's some numbers and some sticks moving different ways. It's not a clock. So don't... Next time I come in there, mate...
I'm annoyed about that now.
Did you see that CCTV footage of, like, some armed robbers? I'd love to go into a clock shop with balaclava and go, put all those clocks right! Just hold it to his head and go, now the next one, now the next one. Right, I'm out of here.
OK, what's the top thing that makes British people angry?
Is it football? Because I know you have a very delicate relationship with football. You love it, but it makes you so angry.
That pisses me off at the football. There's always a clock that tells you it's 3:15, but the clock on the match says, like, 17:23, because there's 17 minutes gone, but the actual time is... And 2 clocks in the same room just kill thousands of people.
It's like a bloody jeweller's. We waited till Series 16 to break out that face. OK, top thing that makes British people angry. It's people being unhelpful.
Bad service.
Yes, that's the right answer. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Alex and David have 2 points, Sean, Katherine and Tinchy have 4 points. They're the winners! Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.